Yo, what up? What up, everybody? I know it's Memorial Day weekend, so everybody's probably out chilling with their families and stuff. But these orders still coming in, so we packing orders. How's everybody doing? Hope everyone's having a good Memorial Day weekend. I'm gonna go make some coffee real quick. I know it's kind of cursed for 6 p.m. on a Sunday, but that's just how I live my life. Okay, let me pull up the chat on my phone just in case anyone pops in. Oh yeah. Yo, DJ. What? DJ add MPLS? I'll say DJ. What's up, DJ? What up from Minneapolis? That's what's up, dude. How you doing? South Minneapolis too, to be particular. How's it going, dude? How is everything going out there? You don't want me asking. Are you DJing out there, dude? Is that what you got, DJ? What kind of music you playing? But yo, Skyr, what up, dude? Hope you're having a good long weekend. How's your Sunday going? Yeah, I'm trying to grab the chat. How do I do this again? How do I use a phone? Can somebody help me? Okay. Here it is. Yeah, I'm gonna make coffee real quick because I'm fainted. But I can see chat on my phone. I'll be right back. I'll leave the door open. Let me know if you're watching. Let me know if one of the cats runs in here and tries to bite Jermaine. Oh, it's not working. Oh, there you go. Skyr says, good, just getting parasocial with my Animal Crossing villagers. Yo, I feel you on that. What's it called? Once I had, you ever get oh my God, Bud the lion? He's like totally like a Jamaican coded, like Rastafarian lion. And yeah, I used to get real parasocial with Bud, dude. That was my guy. But yo, Waimoe, what's good, dude? How you doing? How's your Sunday? You doing anything fun this long weekend? Yeah, I'm packing orders today, but I actually low-key won't get them to the mailbox till Tuesday. But so I'll probably do as many as I can today, but low-key, I want to finish Monster Day 1 today. Because like all the songs are there. I tried to do it last night, but I just fell asleep while working on the music. It was like 2 a.m. So I think after we're done with streaming, I'm just going to go straight to doing that and pack orders on Monday. But DJ says, Tomo, the 6-year anniversary of George Floyd. I know, yeah. You're still outside? Yeah, no, for real, dude. For real. Yeah, I know Minneapolis. Y'all be putting it down, dude. I appreciate y'all so much. Yeah, dude, that was such a moment. I mean, especially with me because, you know, I'm black. So that was like I was like, wow, when all that was going on. I was out in LA, but still, like, I don't know. I donated so many funds for like legal funds out in Minneapolis. I'm not gonna lie to you. The hell yeah, dude. That's what's up. We still outside. Yes, I spin house music and we make documentary from the streets. Hey, sick. That's what's up, dude. Heck yeah. That's dope. You're spinning house. Yeah, house is super dope. Hey, Boydstrom. Oh shit. What up? How you doing, dude? How's your Sunday? How's your long weekend, dude? How's the? I know this happened a while ago, but you still have that other job, the new job. How's that going? Oh, my bad. If you're curious, I'm making coffee over here. Hi, everybody. But I have my phone, that's how I can see it big. But yo, Waimoe, my weekends are good. Your disc came 2 days late, unfortunately. Loved it. I gotta sit at my desk right now. Oh no, I'm sorry, I came late. Yeah, USPS, dude. Sometimes they be taking their time. They be taking their time. I think it's because of the holiday, so everyone's like, I'm sick. I want a 5-day weekend rather than like a 3-day weekend. You know what I mean? But glad to hear you got it though. Still, you got it set up on your desk right now. Heck yeah, dude. Thanks again for grabbing it. I really appreciate it. I'm glad to hear you enjoying all the vibes on it and everything. Heck yeah, dude. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's funny with me and coffee. I used to be like super like dialed in. Oh, I must have espresso and this certain grinder does that and that, and I've like kind of like reverted all the way back down to like I just need some sugar-free syrup and instant coffee, and that's what I like. But Wisham says, I've been chilling, Lamau, about that. I left there a few months ago and have been working on that call as needed at the old shop where I did the art at. Oh, okay, cool, that's sick. I'm sorry to hear that you instantly were like, no, this ain't for me. But that's cool. The old shop was like, hey, you know what? We still like you though, so you can pull up when we need you. That's what's up. What have you been doing in the meantime then? You just been like kind of like focused on your art, or you just been on call, Fortune? And Yo Y says, yeah, I gotta get a CD player, so I don't use. Oh my god, so I don't gotta use the digital. Dude, yeah, go to a thrift shop. They usually have a ton of CD players. Or like dead ass, like you can go on eBay, dude. I have like a sick Sony boombox. Low key, I need to make a CD player. I need to figure out like how to, I don't know. Because I was just thinking about that today. I was like, I've been doing all these CDs for so long, and I don't have a like CD player recommendation or something. I've been thinking about it for a minute. But yeah. But at the same time, I don't want to just be like, here's an Amazon link. Because I know not everyone uses Amazon. So I'd love to be able to be like, yo, like I bought like in bulk a bunch of old Sony Walkmans. You know what I mean? And yo, MOS says I'd buy that 100%, dude. Okay, well, thank you for telling me. Hey, let me run back over here. Coming back in frame, future me. I have, dude, yo, I have an assistant now. So, yo, future me, tell Kimberly to look and see if we can buy like retro CD players in bulk whenever you watch the VOD. Please, future me, do not forget, because that would be so sick. But thank you for letting me know you grab one, yo, MOA, because yeah, I would, because like that's the thing. A lot of like the, especially with cassette players, dude. A lot of the newer ones, like they don't make them anymore. So because of that, like some of the newer ones are like way worse quality than getting like a cheap one on eBay. Because back in the day, since they were so popular, like even the cheap ones were better than the ones today because they just don't make them anymore. So that's another thing too, with like recommending like, hey, you just bought like a CD or a tape. Here's like a cheapo one from the last factory in the world that makes them. That's not really that good. I'd hate to be like, yeah, man. So I'd much rather, I don't know, figure out how to source old ones. But Worship says, too fancy for me. I made an art studio in the basement. I've been working on a big piece down there for a few weeks. Hard to find motivation to do anything when you're pretty much unemployed. Lol. No, I feel you on that, yeah. I feel you on that, yeah. You could always, what's it called? Low key, I have a homie, Shiloh. They go by Master Collection. They, I mean, they're living in LA. I don't know if it's any different out there. It probably is, I assume. But like, low key, they do art as well. But rather than going like the commission route, dude, they do like, to your point, if you have a big art studio, they would do like these huge like wall-size pieces and like sell them for like $3,000, right? And so his whole thing was like, okay, I'm just gonna go to art show, bring on my art with me. And if he made one sale a month, he was good. You know what I mean? But so it depends on how much like big art events are out you. But like, yeah, sometimes they pull up. Billionaires be walking in plain clothes among us and just being like, I like your art, kid. Here's $3,000 right now in cash. It's like, what? Okay. So I don't know. It's something worth considering. Let's try going down that route. But yeah, I feel you on the motivation, though. It's tough. But yeah, do you have like any, I mean, since we're here, boyfriend, if you're just feeling, you got any like thoughts brewing on like, what's it called? What you might do art-wise? So I mean, like, yeah, I don't know. I could maybe give suggestions. I don't know, but you know. That's the thing about like I hate about like, I mean not hate, oh my god, but the important thing about art is that like making an art career, it doesn't happen on your schedule, it happens on its own schedule. You know what I mean? Like there's been so, I don't know, just in my own experience with Groovy, it's been like, been so many days I've been like, why isn't it already paying my bills? And it was just like, Groovy's gonna provide for me when it's ready to provide. I can't like force that, you know what I mean? I don't know. But if you have any ideas, dude, like feel free always to just pass them by me. I could at least give you my perspective if it's helpful. But Dark Ray, what up, dude? What up? How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, I got my I got active camo from Halo 3 on right now. That's why I'm not in the room. I'm kidding though. How you doing? How's your Sunday? And who is it? What up? Yo. How's your Sunday going? Who is it? How you doing? Anyone doing anything special for like the long weekend? Low key, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I've been like this kind of whole week. I've been kind of like stressing because the CDs haven't been doing as good because they were crushing for like a month straight, and I was like, hell yeah, let's go. And then this week they've been kind of slow, and I was kind of like, oh no, like, and every time this happens, I'm like, it's over, the gig is up. You know what I mean? This was a, you know, even though I've been doing it for like 3 years now, but it was still, whenever they slow down, I'm like, well, this is the end. That was fun while it lasted. And I just today, I was like, wait a minute. People probably aren't grabbing the CD because they're all like spending money on gas to go do Memorial Day weekend stuff. Duh. And I was like, oh yeah, okay, we'll be fine. So it's like, yeah, it's a little funny thing that happened today. Anyways, Dark Ray lol. But who is it says tired, went to a con and legs hit me for that? Oh, what convention? If I may ask, who is it? I haven't been to a con in a little bit. I want to start going to more. I saw everyone. I want to really go to Blurred Con. I really want to go to MomoCon and Dragon Con. They're all East Coast, so I'm on the West. So it's, I don't know. One of these days, I'm gonna be like, Yo, please, somebody book me to do something at BlurredCon, or maybe one day I'll have enough money to just go. But Bertram says, I've contemplated getting a booth and setting up at some markets and festivals with the stickers, merch, etc. I'm always down for recommendation for pieces. I try to soak any ideas people might have. Okay, sick. So what I've noticed is that at least so here, actually, Voisham, what I want you to do, if you don't mind, if you got a second, is go on YouTube and look up a channel called Inkwell, like INKWELL. Because low-key, I'm not a visual artist, but I watch so many YouTube videos on just like what it's like to be an artist alley vendor person. That's like one of my other, like, just, to me, it's so fascinating of how people like make a full-time living off of just going to conventions and like selling stuff. But I know it's slightly different going to a convention versus like a farmer's market, but it's the same idea. But what I noticed is that, it's all about like getting a portfolio for the type of event you go to. So if you're doing like, I hate to say it, but if you're doing like farmers markets, dude, you might have to just make a whole bunch of live, laugh, love, dude. A whole lot of like live, laugh, love in your own style, and see how it goes. That makes sense. Because like if you're, But yeah, all right, we're done. We got coffee, y'all. We did it. But yo, Moe, thrift store near me is only open on Thursdays. I'll definitely take a look. Gotta head out. Good day, dude. Hey. Dude, thanks for stopping by, Moe. And yeah, dude, check it out. And you have a good day as well, dude. Heck yeah. Oh, also, if you have a Book Off near you, too. Book Off also has CD players. But I already left, but yeah. And who is it? Says Animazement. It's an anime con. Oh, sick. I've never heard of it. Animazement. I'm gonna look it up real quick. Oh, sick. Oh, they got Watanabe there. That's crazy. Shinichiro Watanabe. Hell yeah. Didn't they make a Cowboy Bebop? Oh, they made Macross. Heck. Oh, no, they did make Cowboy Bebop. I knew it. And Samurai Champloo. That's so sick. Heck yeah. How was the Artist Alley? Who was it? That's always my favorite thing. Because, yeah, people really be just such good artists, dude. Just crazy good artists. And Voitram says, "Oh, word! I'll check Inkwell out." Yeah, please do. Yeah, their channel is like they're dropping gem after gem after gem. Because what they've been doing too is going around LA and like interviewing a bunch of other artists, just asking them like, "How do you do this full time?" And they'll break down their whole like how they do it, and it's been like so sick to watch. I have my noise canceling on. My bad if I was screaming. I noticed if I watched the VOD, I'm like, yeah. But yeah, you do have to appeal to a certain audience. I mean, but keeping it real, and that's anywhere. Like if I was I don't know, like that's every art. Like you have to know your audience. Like any business, any art, you got to know who you're selling to. If you're gonna do it in person, you know what I mean? Like you kind of have to just know. Yeah. But what's it called? Even setting up a booth at a tattoo conventions would be stellar for what I'm involved with. Yeah, doing a tattoo convention booth, that would be super sick. I bet you would crush there, dude. And who is it says I didn't stop by the Artist Alley this year, but I heard it's good as usual? Okay, yeah, no worries. But that's sick. Oh, so what's your favorite thing to do at what's it called? Anime conventions. Who is it? Don't mind me asking. Because I used to go with more art friends. We'd always be like, Artist Alley, let's go. But now that I live in Arizona, what was I gonna say? Now that I live in Arizona, some of my buddies, they're big on like getting stuff signed. I never understood like why would you do that? Like why would you just go to like hang out in a line all day just to get stuff signed by voice actors? Which, you know, like no shade to people that do it, but I just didn't. It wasn't for me. I didn't like calculate it. And they don't flip stuff. They like to be like, oh wow, look, I got this like thing signed. It's worth this much now, even though they never sell it. And so it's like, well then why do you care how much it's worth? But they're the kind of person that'll go and like get stuff signed and stuff like that. So yeah, so it's been cool to like, you know, see like they go to conventions because they want to get stuff signed, and I go because I'm just an Artist Alley, so it's like funny. But yeah. But who is it says there was supposed to be more artists this year, but thanks to the HVAC unit catching fire, oh my god, that many signed up to that. Oh yeah. Oh, I think I might have saw that on Instagram way back in the day. Who is it? That sounds familiar. But usually I buy a few shirts, an art piece, usually a sword. Oh dude, drinking snacks, dude. I don't know if you've been here since the I forgot if I shown you this already. Who is it? But this is my only anime sword. I got the Keyblade. Da 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 da. It's my only sword. So yeah, but no, that's cool. You buy a sword. Swords are cool. But yeah, and low key, I'm not. It's the most nerdiest thing, but I used to like, what's it called? I used to sleep with this in my bed because I don't know. It wasn't until recently that I got more comfortable living alone. But whenever I'd have like my partner was like at the time, whenever she was like out or something, I'd always sleep with this in my bed just in case anyone tried to run up on me. You know what I mean? But yeah, because this thing is sharp, dude. Like if I would hate to get hit by this, like you definitely would not possibly no longer be living. You got hit with at least this part. You know what I mean? I don't know. But yeah. But also, which I mean, yeah. I don't know if y'all seen the meme, but it's like there's like a really old one where it's like some girl. It's like, ladies, how do you know your man's not going to cheat? And it just pans over to this guy with a Keyblade, being like, yeah, you see the Keyblade. It's this really interesting tool because it goes like he's just like spinning it around. So this is literally everyone I've ever dated. I end up pulling this out and be like, this is how you know I'll never cheat on you. And I showed them the meme. And it's been true. But anyways, Busham says, I'll definitely look forward. Okay, cool. You're welcome, Busham. Fire with Keyblade, thank you. And who is it says, I got 2 swords. 2 Keyblades or just 2 swords in general? But my parents forbid me from getting another? No, I feel you. Yeah, because I mean, I feel like, no, I mean, okay, 2 swords, yeah. I bet I say swords. I do that because Tyler, the creator, the rapper, used to always say like some swords, or even like Wu-Tang Clan. They've always said it with the like they pronounce the W. But what's it called? I kind of feel your parents, yeah, because I feel like you know, once you start collecting too many weapons, and it's kind of like, what's going on here? You know what I mean? At least I would if I was a parent, but you know, I'm trying to say, I'm joking, I'm making a joke. But what's it called? But no, I mean, you should get more swords. I don't know. Whenever you move out, you gotta get a sword collection. Because whenever I go to a buddy's house that has a bunch of swords, I'm like, yo, this is so sick. My buddy Emmanuel had a bunch. They even make their own swords, so that was super sick. So yeah, because yeah, they were like actually afraid that one day there'd be a zombie apocalypse. Like they would like make their own swords and stuff like that. And I think I remember like texting him too. I was like, look, man, when COVID happened, I was like, you've been training for this, dude. Just in case. You've been training. But yeah. But this is one day I will, but any more katanas and I would end up on the news for murder. I feel you on that, yeah. So they'd be like trying to find a suspect. It's like, what about that one person that has like 25 katanas in the garage? Oh yeah, we should go check that out. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, but yeah. No, I just really like anime stuff. Plus, they're just cool. I don't know, I've always liked swords are cool. I've always liked sword anime, sword video games. I've always been like a sword guy. So I feel you on that, 100%. I'm not just saying that to be agreeable, I promise. Like, genuinely, I've always... Funny enough, my buddy Emmanuel, the same one, was like, you like games with swords in them, huh? I'm like, yeah. Like Kingdom Hearts. Bayonetta technically has more guns, but still, that's like a, you know, very like beat 'em up kind of game. Trying to think of another one. I don't know, I've just always liked sword games. Yeah, who is it? Swords are way more cool, yeah. Yeah, guns are kind of like, I don't know. I wish like people could actually like, you know, swords were actually viable against guns, because that was like in real life, that would be super sick. Because I wish swords had like more practical ability in modern times. I guess they still do, but you know what I mean. And Voisham says, our roommate was working for someone and had left a cane at the store, never came back for it. He took it home and realized you can remove the handle to expose a blade. Crazy as hell. Yo, Voisham, that's crazy as hell. No, for real. Dude, you kept that MFing thing on him, dude. They were ready, dude. That's so sick. Maybe that was maybe they were like low-key making a threat. Solid brass shank king? Yeah, no, for real. That's like, honestly, kind of sick, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's terrifying, but also kind of sick. For real stuff, yeah. But on another thing I wanted to ask too, what's it called? Just because I don't know, because I used to live in LA. I'm curious if y'all been seeing it. Have y'all been seeing on the news how there's like gonna be like a giant explosion of like a airplane glue factory in like near like Los Angeles and Orange County? Did anyone see that, or is it just like my feed because I used to live out there? Oh, what now? Okay, yeah. See, no, what? Yeah. Okay. I was just curious. But yeah, pretty much. Who was it in Woodrum? I guess there's like an airplane glue factory. Like it's kind of near Disneyland, funny enough, like not too far from Disneyland, in Southern California. And I guess like what happened is that like they lost control of like the tanks that make the glue, like these giant tanks, and essentially it's like building pressure, and they're like afraid, like so it's been like releasing all these like glue fumes into the air, so like everyone had to evacuate because it's like if you breathe it in, you'll get like glue on the inside of your lungs, and like like it's real bad. It's like real, like they had to evacuate like 500, I think 50,000 people out of this like one small like I think like 5-mile radius. But it's just crazy because one of my homies, so I actually know a couple people that live in that had a couple homies that evacuate, and then NetNavi, who I made Ichi Mafia with, they live like 6 miles away from it. So I was like, "Are you good, dude?" And he's like, "I'm just like he's like I'm about 6 miles out of the zone, but it's definitely like kind of like, should I leave anyways?" And I'm like, "Hey man, you always pull up over here in Arizona. Nothing ever happened out here in Arizona." You know what I mean? And then yeah, but thankfully, I mean, so it's like besides the 2 people that I know that already evacuated, like all my other homies out in LA are like, for the most part just like on watch. But yeah, but they're trying to figure out if it's gonna explode or not. Because if it explodes, then it's like everyone's house within like a 2-block radius is like gonna like your house is done. So they're kind of like, this is crazy. And then but then even then, like if you don't live within like 2 blocks, like it's still like they're expecting like the whole area to just be like kind of ruined for a hot second. But yeah, but it's like people have been evacuated for like days now. It's crazy. And yo, Lane, what up, dude? Yo, Aaron, what up? What's been going on? Just got in Monster Kingdom for the 3 months. Yes, I saw, dude. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, dude. How you doing, Lane? Yeah, it's I hope you're stoked on it. Yeah, I think what's it called? I'm sending out a video later today, or yeah, I think I sent out a video this morning. Hope you got it. It's like an automated thing. But I think I sent out the video today where I did a breakdown, or at least if you go to the Monster Kingdom, it's in there. But I did a breakdown of one of the songs from Monster Day 1 on like how I record the live automation if you want to check it out. But dude, thank you so much for joining the Monster. I really, really appreciate it, dude. And I'm stoked to have your name on Monster Day 1. I'm gonna make I'm gonna send out a thing later today, or later this week. That's like, hey, this is gonna be the names on the album. Like, if you want to change anything, let me know. I want to have your attention. If you want your name to not be your first name, last initial, even though Monster Kingdom, there's like a Google form you can fill out. I don't know. I'm saying you so many things. I'm just excited to see you. How you doing? I'm doing good. How's your Sunday? How's your Memorial Day weekend? But Boisham says, that's so sketchy. Yeah, dude, it really is. Oh, and who is it? I'm sorry, I got hit by an ad. I don't know. They're so, I don't know. I wish Twitch didn't force me to do ads. But pretty much, it's over by Disneyland. Not too close, but pretty much they think the tank's going to explode. And if you have a house in the block of it, like your house is going to be done. And then if you live like even farther, it's like pretty much the whole part of like this city is going to like pretty much get destroyed by this tank if it explodes. But I think thankfully they found a crack because there's so much pressure building that like I guess some of the pressure is escaping finally because there's a crack in it. But like the fire department's like, we don't know what's going to happen. It could explode at any moment. So yeah. But there's like people that might like just lose their houses because like a company lost control of one of their like glue tanks. So yeah, so it's like super crazy. But it's like really sad too, but yeah. But it's also just like the most random story. I'm surprised there's not more national news. I don't know, maybe it's just because I live in LA. But yeah, what's also crazy too is just because I lived about 10 miles from the evacuation area, so I would have also been like, but now I live in Arizona, but like literally right where I lived right before I moved to Arizona was like right outside that evacuation zone. And there's like 4 fires going on in California at the same time right now. So it's just like, I don't know, pray for California, dude. It's not against your politics, but California needs it, man. It's crazy out there. It's the Wild Wild West, man. But yeah, so that's the thing I've been keeping an eye on because I'm like, oh no, my friends. But yeah. But it is like the most random, craziest thing I've seen in a while. But also, it's Memorial Day, so also in case anyone watched the VOD and you served, thank you for serving. Actually, we get a lot of people who I ship stuff to like different military bases all the time because like people be liking my stuff. So shouts out to you if you're serving. It's your day. Thank you. But yeah, also on top of that too, for the title of the stream, thoughts on the future of Spotify. So low-key, I don't have any Spotify stocks, but what I really like is that, you know, with all these tech companies, they do like things for their investors. I'll watch them, especially if like Spotify in particular, because I'm like, all right, so I feel like I learn what's it called?
We make it look easy.
Hey, thank you so much, dude.
Gifted a tier 1 sub to Who Is It 1999. They have given 9 gift subs in the channel.
Oh. Thank you, Texas Speech. No, but for real, Butchum, thank you so much. And now, Who Is It doesn't have to get hit every ads anymore. So hell yeah, thank you, Butchum. I really appreciate it, dude. But hell yeah, dude. No, thank you so much. Yes, of course. Hell yeah. Lean says, yeah, dude, no problem. Glad to be a part of it and influencing a little bit. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I heard about the fires and also the chance of having an El Nino this year is very high as well. Yeah, dude, it's wild, dude. It's already been a crazy year. And I guess it's not slowing down anytime soon, dude. But yeah, thanks for helping, you know, being a part of everything, Lane. I really appreciate it, dude. Like, for real, thank you, Lane. But yeah, the fires are wild. Yeah, it's all kinds of crazy weather. But yeah, for Spotify thing, yeah, I'll watch their investor meetings just because, you know, I'm trying to see, I feel like that's where they like take their mask off and you can like really see like how do their brains work. You know, like, you know, outside of just like money, like Mr. Krabs, but you know what I mean? At least like where they see the future of Spotify. And dude, I was like so hyped because they started the whole investor meeting like, we realized that some fans like music more than other fans, and it's like, that's crazy. You just barely realized that, Spotify, but okay, cool. We're getting somewhere. You know what I mean? And we've noticed that like people would be willing to pay more for like special access to certain things within Spotify. And I'm like, yes, because you know a lot of what I'm doing is like stuff like language the same with Monster Kingdom, and just even like all the merchant stuff and the various things I try to do. I would love if I could just put it into Spotify and be like, yo, like you like listening on Spotify and you want like, I don't know, like if they could make it so Monster Tape Zero could be part of like, if you join the Monster Tape Zero in Spotify, because I feel like that would be fair. Yeah, I mean, but Spotify doesn't allow that. So anyways, so pretty much the investor day meeting was like starting to go there, like, okay, we're like thinking of more ways we can give artists and podcasters and all our different creators ways to like create even more exclusive experiences for their fans. And I was like, oh yes, dude, like they're speaking my language. It's finally my time to shine. And they're like, and the way we're gonna do this is by making more audiobooks. And I was like, fuck me, dude. Fuck me. It was the most like disappointing Like, I was so excited. And I was like, well, maybe next year, y'all. Maybe next year. So yeah. But pretty much Spotify, if anyone is watching this because of the stream title, yeah, Spotify right now is just really focused on like everything other than music, keeping it real. Like they're still like, oh, like I think they like renegotiated their deals with the major labels, and I guess 30% of all Spotify revenue comes from music now, and the rest is all audiobooks and podcasts, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, but like music isn't even like the main thing Spotify's focused on anymore. It's like, yeah. Voice said they mad focus on AI. Oh yeah, that's the thing, Voice that also made me really upset. Is that so they realized like, oh, people are willing to pay more for like music and stuff. So what they did say for music stuff is that they were like, and what we're planning on doing is making Spotify have a feature where you can remix any song within Spotify using AI. And it's like, oh, dude. Oh, dude, no. No, dude. No one's really gonna be like, oh, dude, what? I can remix my favorite Taylor Swift song. I mean, someone might, but you know what I mean? I don't know. I highly doubt that's the solution to like bring fans closer to the music, is to let them just make AI slop with their favorite songs. You know what I mean? Voice, if I wanted robot DJs at higher Daft Punk, that's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, so that's what Spotify thinks the future of music is letting people make AI remixes of their songs in a library. But yeah. But one thing that was kind of crazy though is it's just what's also like so like trippy. Turbo Banana, dude, Turbo Banana. I still need to make a song called Turbo Banana, yeah. But yeah, what's still super trippy about watching the thing too is that like I feel like all of us here probably are like, yo, Spotify's a necessary evil. Let's get rid of Spotify, down with Spotify, right? But they were like, yeah, we survey our fans, dude, and like your average Spotify listener like loves Spotify. They're like, yeah, like out of all the apps on my phone, I feel the least regretful about using Spotify, which is kind of crazy. Like, so people like regret using, like they don't like using Instagram. Like if you were to survey them, they're like, I hate Instagram. I hate all the apps. I think it's like Spotify is the number, like one of the top ones where people are like, yeah, I love using Spotify because like it's just music. You know what I mean? There's no like terrible misinformation AI slot. Well, there's about to be, I guess, but yeah, I mean. So in terms of like, I don't know. But like if you were to ask me, I'd be like, no, Spotify, down with Spotify. But the average person actually loves Spotify, which is kind of crazy. Like people's moms, their uncles, their cousins, just like the average music fan thinks Spotify is dope, which is kind of crazy. Because I don't know, all of us are in such like, we're so deep in how much we love art that like, you know what I mean, we're like, no, I don't know, it's crazy. So it's just like, yeah. So I feel like we're just like living in two different universes as like the people that make the art versus like people like trying to make the platform for it. Woodsham says, the big recommendations have shown me so many artists, but I'm constantly heading to Bandcamp. That's sick, dude. Yeah, Spotify, I've heard, does have the best algorithm, but for me, it's always like very, like maybe I could count like twice in my entire time of using Spotify for like over 10 years now, where Spotify showed me an artist that I was genuinely like, oh, this is sick. You know what I mean? Spotify just, I don't think it understands my taste that well. So I'm like, yeah. But no, not to like make it about me, but no, I have lots of friends that are like, yeah, no, I found this artist through Spotify, just recommending it. So I feel like their algorithms are good for most people. But yeah, heading to Bandcamp, dude, I don't blame you, yeah. Yeah, I can listen to my music all over. I got like a bunch of CDs. I think my top two are probably Spotify and CDs, but I deadass will use Bandcamp like maybe once a week. I'm listening to something on Bandcamp that I like have like some like exclusive thing, and like once a week I'm putting on like a YouTube music mix. So I listen to music all over. But the main reason why I use Spotify though is just because I have to, because most people who listen to my stuff, or I mean most people who listen to my stuff casually listen on Spotify. So I kind of have to like keep an eye on it, you know what I mean? Washington, so many artists are dropping off Spotify too. I've lost so much of my library, Lamau. No, for real, dude. Yeah. Honestly, like, low key, I'm like considering it. Like, not like taking all my stuff down, because like, but just in terms of like, I don't know, Must Save One's not going on Spotify. So I'm like, you know, I'm like kind of considering, I'm like, should I even keep uploading to Spotify? Like, I might just make it for like remixes and stuff, but yeah, I don't know. And Skyr says, I generally do not bother with most artists who only output on Spotify. I want to have my stuff on hard drive, dang it. Yeah, no, I feel you on that, dude. I feel you on that. But yeah, but I think nature will heal itself at some point when it comes to music ownership. And Lane says, real, yeah. So yeah, so that's what's going on with Spotify. I'm thinking about low-key, on that note though, they were like, yeah, podcasts on Spotify are so dope, podcasts on Spotify. I'm thinking I might start uploading the VODs of this stream to Spotify as a podcast. And see what happens. I think that would be kind of cool. But I have to look up like, oh, that's another thing I can do. It's cool because I have like help now with Groovy Kaiju. So sometimes I'm like, I want to do this, but then I gotta look it up. I gotta figure it out. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I'm like, wait a minute. Somebody helps me now. I can ask them to help me with it. The future me, when I rewatch the VOD, look into getting help. Or just keeping it real. Have Kimberly look into if she can upload these VODs to Spotify as a podcast. But hello, Roses. How you doing? How's your Sunday going? You do anything special for the 3-day weekend? I do it this way. Oh yeah, it is this way. Okay, cool. I should do it like this. Where'd my little gun go? Oh, there's another gun. Oh, it's over here. My thing. The video's gonna get demonetized because I said the word gun. Oh no. Oh no, it's over, y'all. Oh yeah. Yeah, but also too, Rosa says, nothing much, just relaxing after some bothersome things. It's all fine now. Okay, yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear it's all fine now. Yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah, low-key, yeah. Oh yeah, I ended up, I told y'all on Tuesday, I was gonna go to my buddy's going away party. Actually, I woke up too late. I slept in too late. I messed up. I went to bed at 7 last night, because I was mentioning earlier, I wanted to finish Mafia 1 last night. So I stayed up till like 3 in the morning, and I was like dozing off, trying to mix. And I was like, dude, it's just not working out. So then, by the time I like wrap it all up, I ate like a snack. I took a shower too, because I was like, well, I'm going to a party tomorrow, I want to smell. So I was like, let me take a shower now, so I have to wake up in the morning. Pretty much I didn't like actually knock out till like 7, or like 6:30. But so it took me a while to like, wind down everything. And anyways, so yeah, I ended up waking up too late. So I was like, dang. But that being said though, I ended up going to another buddy's birthday party, and the buddy that's leaving, they were there. So I've spent like a good couple hours just talking to them. Like, yo man, like, I miss you, man. So I don't know. Hopefully they're not gonna hold a grudge on me one day and go like, Aaron never came to my going away party. I'm like, no man, I'm sorry. I'm busy, man. I'm sorry. But they're not that kind of person anyway, so I think it'll be all right. Oh my god. But yeah, oh my god. What's also cool too is and Roses says, glad it worked out and got to hang out with them another day at least. Yeah, exactly, Roses. Exactly. And plus, that's just all their business, but they're moving to Portland, or Portland-ish area, not Portland in particular. And like low-key, I used to go out there all the time, so like I feel like Portland's like a a sister home for me. If that makes any sense. So I'm like, I'm gonna see you, dude. I already know I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna see you. I'll be out there. I'm hanging out in the Pacific Northwest. That's what I was doing. What's super sick too is speaking of getting help. Sometimes, low key, I'll just start rambling about stuff that I just don't know what to talk about. And Kimberly found us a bunch of stuff we could talk about. I was like, yo. Like, in terms of just like, in general, like how to like, just, you know, because sometimes I just be like, I don't know what we're talking about. But anyways. So Kimberly was like, do you ever just look at like Twitter trends? That's something I do. I'm like, oh, whoa. So yeah. So I guess one of the things is, did you see that super random, another like news thing? Have y'all seen that a bunch of people in Korea that work at the Samsung factory are like, what's it called? Protesting? Because like, I guess like Samsung's been making like stupid amounts of money, like just ridiculous amounts of money. I think it's because of AI stuff, because I think they own some like AI thing. So like they're making like buku dollars. So, and all the people are like finally like, you know what? That's crazy that you guys now have all these profits, but like we're getting none of it as the workers. There's like a bunch of protests right now in Korea for it. And I was like, hell yeah, dude. Power to the people, man. Get your money. Samsung factory workers, hell yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a Samsung phone rookie though. Probably enough. And Roses hope they win. Yeah, same. Yeah, I used to be a big Android guy, but even then I was always like, I always get like Google Pixels and like the OnePlus phones. Bochum says Samsung makes 6 TV and monitors, but horrific appliances. Yeah, Samsung's like really big for their screens. I think every iPhone screen is made by Samsung, if I'm not mistaken. So they're just like hella good at making screens. Oh dang. And Rosa says you mentioned AI, and I remember hearing about how bad it truly was for Gen AI and pollution. Yeah, pollution with AI, it's wild. So I remember, Sasquatch comes in here sometimes, like, y'all know electricity prices are like $1 billion now because they built the data center. Yeah, it's kind of crazy that they're dealing with all this. But it's okay when they realize no one wants to generate slop. You know what I mean? They'll get what's coming to them. And Lane says, I wouldn't be surprised if they're all being laid off, to be honest. It's been happening everywhere, which it didn't happen. No, for real, yeah. But I mean, who knows? Because like low-key, I don't know. Now that I'm on a much smaller scale, but like, if you keeping it real, Lane, like, I don't know, even when I was working at different companies, especially like, tech companies I've worked at, to hire somebody, it's expensive. And I know that's like, but like, yeah, so if you lose somebody, to find somebody else, it's like super mega, like it costs like usually like 4 to 5 months worth of salary just to like hire someone new, because you look at like how much time you lost of them not working, plus how much it costs to like search and resource, and like someone has to like sit there and read through all the resumes, someone has to take an hour at a time to like interview them, like, just to hire one person. So they might all get laid off, but like financially they might have to just give them, because it's like ridiculous amounts of profit. So like even if they give them like a little slice, I don't know. So I feel you, Lane, but sometimes people, CEOs sometimes just don't make decisions off of like good business. Sometimes they make it off of like their own egos. But you know what I'm trying to say. I don't know. Technically, I think there is a chance that I think we have more powers as workers than we realize. But yeah, but I'm probably just being optimistic. I don't know. What do I know? I make jazz beats. You know what I mean? Why should I make jazz beats? Yeah. Lol, yeah. It's like my go-to line. What do I know? And Lane says, I know what you mean, but I agree. Man, who knows? I don't know anything about Korean, but yeah, neither do I. Lane. To be fair, like my thinking is all like, you know, American labor laws and stuff. But yeah, who knows? Maybe they don't even have the right to like unionize out there. But I mean, like, we have the right to unionize out here in big air quotes, but yeah. So I don't know how different it is really. But yeah, but either way, shouts out to anybody working at a what's it called? A Samsung factory trying to get your money. I hope you get your money. I also saw a thing today, it was kind of funny, but there was a dude, I guess, I think Wemby, like the tennis tournament, and I guess they were playing tennis, and I guess you can't like when you start a set, you can't stop halfway. Like you have to finish the whole, like, you know, 50 points, and then you can like take a break. And the dude mid-set was like, dude, I'm about to shit on the floor. I have diarrhea right now. Please let me go to the bathroom. They're like, no, by the rules, you have to finish this set. So he's just like holding it, just trying to win. And as soon as the game's over, he just drops his racket and like runs to the bathroom. I was like, dude, this is such a like internet moment. This is such a like, you know, anime moment. But yeah. But I've been there, I ain't gonna lie. Lane says, get that bread while you can, people. No, really though, Lane? For real. One of the best advice I ever got, like growing up, was Ken. They're like a dad to me. He was one of my like childhood mentors, like a father to me. They were like, if someone ever offers you money, just take it. Get that bread while you can. You know what I mean? Just, you know what I mean? Because if someone wouldn't offer you money if they didn't want you to have it. You know what I mean? So whenever someone's like, yo, you want $20? Like, yeah. Because, you know what I mean? They're like, oh no, like I couldn't. Like, he's like, no, just take it. Get that bread while you can, dude. But Butcher said that's a nightmare. No, for real, yeah. Yeah, when I went, I don't know if you're here for it, but just recently I went for the first time. Like one of the things to do if you live in Arizona is that we have like a giant river called the Salt River. You can like tube in it, so you just kind of like a lazy river, dude. But it's not lazy river. Like it is for half the time, but the other half the time, dead ass is like you're like with oars, like trying to like navigate some rapids in like a goddamn like $20 like floaty. You know, I mean, it's pretty crazy actually. But yeah, dude. So I was like, we're gonna wake up hella early because, you know, it's so hot. You know, I still got sunburned. Like my whole, literally, this happened a week ago. My chest is still just like peeling from the sunburn. It's crazy. It's kind of gross, I'm not gonna lie, but it's like my chest is peeling. Anyways, yeah, dude. So I had to wake up hella early, and I just wasn't thinking because I was like, I'm gonna be late. And I was like stressing out because my friends were like, yo, where are you? And I was like, dude, I'm sorry. I don't ever wake up at 6 in the morning. You know what I mean? So I just made the quickest breakfast I could think of. And I just made like oatmeal and eggs. And I just like, literally like one of the eggs I got, because I make them in little like pucks. I just like ate an entire egg puck in like one bite, just trying to like force it down. Because I didn't want to like, because I knew it was going to be stuck on the water. So I couldn't eat lunch. I was like, I don't want to be cranky. You're trying to hang out with my friends, right? And where I messed up. So I ate a bunch of oatmeal on the way. I even like drank it out of a blender bottle. And then after I finished, I was like, oh, wait a minute. Oatmeal makes me have to poop really bad. And I was like, what? Uh-oh. So my buddy was like, you know, use the bathroom before we leave? And I was like, let me try. And for some reason, dude, my stomach was just like, I don't feel like it. And I'm like, dude, come on, stomach. Every time I eat oatmeal, I instantly have to go to the bathroom. My stomach got shy. And I tried going to the bathroom like 4 different times before we actually got in the water. And as soon as we got in the water, my stomach was like, yeah, I'm not feeling so good anymore. And I was like, just start. Yeah, so dude, it was the most brutal 5 hours of just trying to like, just feeling my stomach like bubble up. It was crazy. He says, "Youch, bro." Yeah. Oh yeah, with the sunburn. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it did hurt. It was the first sunburn I think I ever got. It was the first time I ever got a sunburn. And when I like went to bed and I put the blankets on me, I was like, "Ow!" Even the blankets hurt. But Rosa says that's what happened to me when I'm asked if I go to the bathroom before leaving. Yeah, Rosa, I don't know why. Same. For some reason, my brain's like, actually, no, we're good. We can wait. I'm like, no, but do it now while we have the comfort of a normal bathroom. So yeah. And Worship says too, they bro poo shy. No, for real. That's awful, lol. Yeah. What made it extra a bummer of Worship? I'm sorry if this is too gross. My bad, this is TMI, y'all. But yeah. So after we finally get home and stuff like that, I tried going at like one of the public bathrooms, and like it went okay. But I think it's because all like my stomach. I've been having stomach issues. It's actually getting better, surprisingly. But yeah, dude. My buddy was like, "Oh, we'll like eat lunch after. I'll make like these cool like really sausages and everything." I was like, "Sick." And by the time we get back, I was like, "Dude, I have to go home. I'm sorry. I'm gonna spend an hour on the toilet, literally." And I literally spent an entire hour just scrolling through Instagram on the toilet, just stuck, because my stomach was just like so upset. It's like, "Why'd you go to the bathroom for 5 hours?" It's like, I tried, but you know what I mean? But you wouldn't. This is your fault. Don't be mad at me. You know what I mean? Having arguments with my organs. So yeah. But I'm stoked because I have a doctor's appointment on Friday, so I'll finally figure out I finally have a chance to ask a professional, like, "Hey, over the past year or so, my stomach's been acting really funny. What should we do about that?" Even if they were just like, "Yo, get the supplement," I'm like, "Oh, cool, yeah, I can definitely do that." You know what I mean? So yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. But Lane says, "Dude, same with me with coffee. Call it poo shice either way. Shit hides." Lane. It's comedy. But yeah, coffee can do it to me as well sometimes, but it's more the milk in the coffee. I think I am like lactose, but surprisingly, Fairlife milk doesn't have lactose in it, but it makes my stomach hurt. But lactate milk doesn't. So I don't know what the difference is, but yeah. And Boysham says, "I'm sure the river was glad there was no accidents." No, for real, dude. That would have been gross. That would have been disgusting. Because I know, like, someone ever, I don't know why I shouldn't have brought this up. Now we're just talking about poop. I know, like, if you're like an apartment pool or something, like if you poop in a pool, it's like, "Oh shit, everyone get out the pool. Like the pool is now no longer safe." I don't know if that changes if it's like an actual like natural river, because like don't the animals poop in it? I mean, does that make a difference? I don't know. But I guess I don't want to find out either. So, you know. And Boysham says, "River water is already haggard low. I'm sure there's worse flows through it." That's what I'm saying, Boysham. I was like, would this be like a "Hey everyone, get out of the water" type of moment? You know what I mean? But yeah, we need someone who specializes in river water. Someone who doesn't make jazz beats to pull up on us. Let us know. Not even another thing. But yeah. Pawn Stars, let me call my guy. Yeah, exactly. Let me call my guy. Yeah, I don't think I have any friends that like majored in river water. I have a friend who's a pharmacist. How do y'all feel about Tekken? The fighting game. That's like my go-to whenever I get like an emulator that can emulate PS1. I always put on Tekken 3. The soundtrack for Tekken 3 is crazy. I can always vividly remember the character selection. It's like, I don't know. It's just like the craziest like guitar like intro ever. It's all drum and bass and stuff too. Such a good game, dude. All right. I need more cardboard. Am I finally out of cardboard? Let me just cut this in half, dude. Yeah, PlayStation 1 emulators are super sick. Yeah, like low-key, I used to have a Raspberry Pi in my car. I think I sent a video of it once in the Kaiju Club. But Voicham says, hopping off here, it was right catching up. Have a great night all. Dude, yeah, thanks for stopping by, Voicham. It's always good to catch up from you, or catch up with you. And yeah, have a great night too, dude. I appreciate you stopping by, and take it easy, dude. All right, peace. Oh, thanks again for the sub, dude. I really appreciate it. Or who is it? I'm sure definitely appreciate it. And hey, anytime. Real quick, simply a day. Yo, what up, dude? How's your weekend going? How's your Sunday? How's your Memorial Day weekend? Do you get Monday off tomorrow? And Sky says, never did get into Tekken on PS1. I was always in a Bloody Roar 2. Dude, low-key, I'm sleeping on Bloody Roar. I need to get what's it called? I need to get in on that. Low-key. I never took the time to get into Bloody Roar. But I know game. You know how dope Bloody Roar is. Oh my god. And Lane says, good night, Boysham. I'm always down with Tekken, but you know Street Fighter be my thing, bro. Oh yeah, dude, I love Street Fighter too. Who do you play? I'm always just plain old Ryu. I like playing Ryu in Street Fighter. But yeah, Street Fighter is like my go-to. Like if I'm at an arcade, I'm like, yo, well, give me that Street Fighter. When it comes to like I don't know, for some reason Tekken 3 is like my go-to. I'm trying to emulate a fighting game right now. Like I like playing Tekken 3 on like an emulator specifically for some reason. Somebody else says pretty good so far. I've been chilling this weekend and just came from my little brother's birthday party. Oh, sick! Yep, thankfully tomorrow I got off. Hey, sick. I mean, if you don't mind me asking, how old are they? Was it like a kid birthday party? Or was it like, you know, they're like older and y'all like went like bowling or something? And somebody else says, did you see the new DLC announcement for Tekken 8? I did not. Yeah, are you a Tekken fan? That's probably why it's trending. The new DLC. What's the DLC announcement? Lane says, been a while since I've played, but with Street Fighter 6, it was Cammy and then Ed. My playstyle changed from aggressive to defensive. Oh, sick, dude, heck yeah. Yeah, I've always been too aggressive when I play Street Fighter. So I like to just like jump and punch people, which I know like jumping is like the number one thing you shouldn't be doing in Street Fighter. Like you should barely ever be jumping. But I don't know, just to me, it just feels so good. But yeah, I like playing Ryu and Sakura low-key. So I like how Sakura's a little faster. But yeah, Cammy's super sick, dude. And so, yeah, it was a dope. And somebody else says, kid, he's 3 now. You celebrate at home? Oh, sick. Dude, little kid birthday parties are kind of fun, not gonna lie. You get cake, you get candy, you get a little candy bag. 30 years old. Yo, where's my candy bag? Yeah. And somebody, oh yeah, we talked about Tekken before. Yeah, we talked about how much we like Power On. But somebody else says, but I'm hating the implementation of meters in Tekken. Yeah, that's kind of goofy. Been maining Asuka and Jin in this one, but in 7 it was Harong. Oh, sick. Yeah, Jin's dope, dude. Harong? I don't know how you say his name. But yeah, I know the kicking guy. He does Taekwondo. Yeah, I love playing Wrong in Tekken 3. But that's a bummer they're adding meters though, yeah. The other thing about Virtua Fighter and Tekken is that they were both kind of dope because there was no like, oh, get your special bar and whatever. That was more like Street Fighter, which I do like meters in Street Fighter, but like, yeah, I liked not having meters in Tekken, you know what I mean? I don't know. So it made them different. Who was it said, had to see what my bro gave me real quick. It was the garlic steak Doritos we had yesterday. That sounds delicious. Heck yeah. Garlic steak Doritos sounds hella dank. Are they good though? Who is it? How do they taste? And yo, what's up, Butter? How you doing, dude? How you doing, dude? How's your long weekend? How's your Sunday? And what thing did you do? This video says Virtua Fighter, Tekken, and Dead or Alive. Yeah, Dead or Alive too. Yeah, Dead or Alive's pretty sick. Who is it says the garlic stick Doritos? They good. Hey, that's what's up. They good. Heck yeah. And Butter says, I gave my 2 weeks. Oh, dang. What do you got? That's sick, dude. Heck yeah. You got a plan for what's the next plan? You got a plan for what's next, or you just taking a break for right now, or how you feeling about it? Oh, and Skyx, I think I remember talking to you the most about it, but I'm not gonna do the digipacks. I was thinking about switching out the jewel case for a digipack. I looked into them and stuff, and it costed the same as a jewel case actually. So I was like, oh, I thought it was gonna be a little bit cheaper, but like after shipping, it costed about the same. I was like, oh, this isn't really worth it then. So my little like custom setup of getting the stuff printed separately and buying the jewel cases by themselves actually is at the same price as getting like a whole digipack made. So okay. And Butter says, no more paint store. In 2 weeks, I'll be going to OKC to get my CDL with Swift to be driving a rig. That's so funny, dude. But dude, truck driving, kind of underrated. I mean, so again, what do I know? I make jazz beats, but what's it called? I have a buddy who does truck driving. He's kind of breaking it in. I'm not gonna lie. And the thing is that like all the truck drivers, like it's a trade to like drive those big trucks. So because of that, like it's all the older dudes, and they're all like retiring out or like just getting too old to be driving trucks. So like our generation kind of is like on the perfect come up to just take all the truck driving jobs, because AI ain't replacing driving an 18-wheeler, dude. So I'm super stoked to hear that, Butter. Because yeah, I mean, he seems like he's stoked. He even lives in his truck right now. He just moved into his truck, and he's chilling, just raking it in, and he gets to live it. So he gets like free rent essentially, and he's just like, yep, I'm stacking up bread hella fast. I'm like, dude, hell yeah. You can skate all the time. But yeah, and last time I saw him, actually, he was wearing a Swift shirt. That's funny. I was like, hey, you got the Swift shirt. But yeah. But congrats, Butter. That's super sick. I'm excited for you to, yeah. And he gets to travel and stuff. And he sometimes I'll text him. He's like, sorry, my bad. I'm in New Mexico right now. I'm like, hey, heck yeah, dude. And Dale says, just gotta worry about those who try to cut off trucks too often. Yeah, that's true. That is very true. But dude, because I live in Arizona, same here. Dude, I'll get cut off by the big rigs. I'm like, yo. It happens out here the opposite way, dude. Because like Phoenix low-key is just like a really big truck town. Like a really big truck town. So yeah, I run into like truckers all the time, and just like, I don't know. Like Quick Trip out here is like literally like a dream truck stop. But they're like all over. Because like pretty much like everything in LA now like passes through Phoenix first, or like all the warehouses for LA are in Phoenix now, so yeah. And I feel like I've been learning the truck life vicariously through my friends and just living out here. But to be fair though, my biggest, like, sometimes you do something in your life and you like have nightmares about it your entire, like, that one thing I did when I was 5 and you still think about to this day. One of them was, for me, literally like the first night I was out here in Arizona, there was like me and a truck getting onto a freeway ramp, and the truck was moving super slow, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go around him and stuff like that. And out in LA, the freeway entrances are like super long. Like you have like a minute to get around people if you wanted to. But I didn't realize how short they were in Arizona because I just moved out here. So there was a moment where I was like, oh fuck, and I was like, yeah, and I had to like floor it to get in front of this truck I tried to go around, and the guy was like, like I cut him off pretty bad, and I felt super bad. And I was like, oh, and then like he flipped me off, and I was like, no, I kind of deserved that. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of wilding for that, but I didn't know. I just moved out here. I didn't know the streets of Arizona were like that. So yeah. And Butter says, Rose says that sounds scary. Yes, yeah, it was kind of scary. Like while I was doing it, I was like, I'll be okay, but I was like, ooh, I did a driving no. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm a pretty safe driver. I've never gotten in an accident before. So like, yeah, but I mean, I usually drive very defensively. I don't be just like driving crazy. But yeah. But let me reply. I'm sorry, I'm rambling, Butter. But Butter says, not my dream job, but a nice second, and it'll be regional. Oh, it'll be no regional, so I'll get to go all over the place. Only Missouri and Kansas and technically Texas. Okay, so it's not regional. Well, dude, if you pass through Arizona, I can give you some recs on like what to eat out here and stuff. Yeah, my buddy, the name is Trey. My buddy that's driving, he prefers regional because you get to come home every night. Which I guess now he's living in the truck, so he doesn't really mind. I don't know if he still minds about that, but yeah, for the most part, he's just driving because we're both from like Southern California, so he's just driving back between our hometown and Phoenix like all day, every day. So it works out for him because essentially he has friends in both cities because he's like either one or the other every night. But yeah, but that's cool. You're doing not regional because yeah, to your point, you get to see the country, dude. That's super sick. And like, I don't know, this is in his experience, he's telling me like sometimes he'll like be in like Oklahoma and they're like, hey, our warehouse isn't ready, so the load, because what they load in the truck, the load won't be ready till like 8 p.m. She's like, okay, well, I guess I'll just explore Oklahoma for the whole day. You know what I mean? So sometimes you end up with situations like that where you're getting paid to just like drive around in your like little truck to just like hang out and check out a city. Who is it says, can confirm about getting trucks cutting you off. An Amazon truck almost crashed into me once trying to stop for the day. Yeah, exactly. Who is it? Yeah. Yeah, it's happened to me a couple times. Yeah. There was even one time, the other day, literally, I was driving. There was like a big 18-wheeler that made like a super illegal, like, they were exiting the freeway, but they had to get over and stay on the freeway. And they like literally like crossed like 3 lanes to like, I don't know, it was crazy. And my buddy Trey was with me, and he was like, pulled his phone. He's like, I'm putting him on the Instagram that's like makes fun of other truckers. Because I guess there's an Instagram where like truckers make fun of other truckers that can't drive. So he was like, I gotta take a video of this. You know what I mean? So yeah. But it says, nice and cool part is I get to take my dog with me. That's so sick, dude. That's the thing about like, like, it's not a bad gig from what it sounds like. I mean, it's probably terrifying. But once you learn how, I don't know, my buddy Trey is like, he's like, yeah, you can drive a truck. I'm like, that's sick, you could do that. But I guess once you're in the swing of it, like, it's not a bad gig. Other than the fact that you're spending so much time away from home, that sucks. But for the most part, dude, if you're just kind of like chilling and trying to make some money, you just got your dog, dude, there's worse jobs. I mean, there's way worse jobs out there. So yeah. It's like, to your point, it wouldn't be like my dream job, but like, good way to get some bread, get your life started. I don't know. But Simply Dale says, yep, see him anytime I get close to him, I slow down so I can see their backside. No chance it'll be right next to them and they push me into a wall. Exactly, Simply Dale, for real. Yeah, stuff like that can happen. Because you can't see anything out of those trucks. You kind of just like, you're driving off of like hopes and dreams, dude. Driving with a prayer. But yeah. Yeah, but what's cool too is I don't know. I guess I like honestly one of my like low-key favorite videos to watch too is like when people like they're like a couple and they like truck together. I think that's super adorable. I'm not gonna lie. Like when it's like some guy and their girlfriend and they're like, oh, like, you know, like whenever my girlfriend like is free, she'll just go with me to my different stops and we'll like travel the US together, and she just like hangs out in the back and plays Angry Birds while I like, you know what I mean, I drive and do my job. To me that's like adorable. I'm like, dang, she's literally your ride or die. You know what I mean? Made that kind of love find me, dude. And Butter says, I'm also hoping this job will be my stay with job because I've only had one job where I stayed more than a year, and that was my first job. I feel you on that, Butter, yeah. I think for me, the longest I stayed at a job was 2 years. But I've always, well, technically I worked at Dunkin' Donuts, and then I went into tech. But in the tech world, you kind of bounce around a lot just because, like, you know, there's always a tech company that's, well, back in the day, there was always a tech company that was willing to pay you, like, a little bit more if you were to hop over because it was, like, super competitive for talent. But yeah, but no, I feel you on that. It was so nice to stay at that one company for 2 years because it was like, oh, I know what I'm doing here. I don't have to like relearn anything. I don't have to like make a bunch of new friends all over again. You know what I mean? So I feel you on that. But on that same note, Butter, as much as I feel you 100% on that, if someone offers you more money, you go take that more money because your job does not care about you staying there long. Unfortunately, it's not like the olden days where they actually like reward you for being there for a long time. At least that's what I've learned in my experience, is that your job, no matter how good the benefits are, no matter what, they do not care about you. They will do what's best for them, so always do what's best for you. But hopefully the situation is that it's the best for you to stay a long time. But be ready for it not to be that case, because I'm not being cynical. But yeah. But I'm wishing the same thing for you though, because I would be sick if, like, you know, if you just get in the swing of things and just drive their truck and you're chilling. It's a video says being a family at a job is a lie. Yeah, 100%. I used to work at like the #1 we're a family job of all time, which I feel like that was like Google to a T. We're a family. That is the biggest lie. And Rampage says, "What's up, dude? What's up, dude? How you doing, Rampage? How's your Sunday?" And Butter says, "For sure, yeah, okay, Butter. Yeah, not to be a Debbie Downer. I'm sorry. But yeah, I don't know. Because I was in the same boat as you. I mean, I guess to make a long story short, I was in the same boat as you. Finally got that one job where I was there for 2 years, and the reason why I quit was because I found out they underpaid me by a ton of money because of like race stuff, the way I look, and I was like, okay, I gotta go. You know what I mean? I gotta go. So yeah. And Butter says, I've been looking for a while to have a place, pay me enough so I can get a house and settle down, all that jazz. Dude, I feel you on that. I would love that. I would love to own a house, but at the same time, I know the way I like to live my life, dude, I like to be like, you know what? We're moving to Canada. You know what I mean? We're moving to Canada. I think I'm going to always be a renter. But also, technically, the housing market, I don't know. We can get all that financial stuff. But I feel you. Settling down is sick. And, I don't know, I'm a big Atriarch fan, low-key. It's like if anyone's looking to buy a house, I was like, who was I telling this to? I was talking to someone in the Kaiju Club literally just the other day that was telling me that they were looking to buy a house pretty soon. If it's you and you're watching, I don't think it was Lane. Yeah, it was someone else. I don't know. I'm sorry if you're watching right now and you're like, bro, it was me. How did you forget? But you know who you are. I can look at my email and look it up. Anyways, but yeah, I sent them this. Atriarch has been interviewing this one person named Melody Wright. And I guess she's like a boots on the ground, like investigative journalist for like the housing market and stuff like that. And what's it called? She's like, yeah, pretty much by the end of this year, like the housing market just started being goofy because like there's so much like goofy stuff propping it up. She's like, yeah, there's plenty of supply and stuff. I don't know. Pretty much, Butter. What I'm saying all is to say that like, I think, yes, I don't know. again, what do I make jazz beats, but based on the stuff I've been watching and reading from actual experts, apparently, you might be able to afford homes in the nearest future. By nearest future, I mean like next couple of years, probably. Might be able to. We might, as a generation, be able to afford a home for the first time. So yeah, save up while you can. And just be ready for it. So yeah. My brother says, for my job, it sounds like a lawsuit. Funny enough, so I have news on that actually. 2 news. So yes, for the job I worked at for 2 years, that sounds like a lawsuit. One of my buddies also quit about I think a couple years after I did, and they actually found a lawyer and stuff, and I ended up giving him a bunch of my experience stuff to help out his lawsuit. So I think they got sued by him. But and when I quit, even their lawyers hit me up hey, are you gonna sue or not? And I was like, that's crazy that I'm leaving. You guys are the first question. You sent the lawyers to be hey, are you gonna sue or not? Anyways, but at that time I was I'm just gonna go do music. I don't care anymore. But on that note, I got other great news. Another reason so it's not even this job. Another job I worked at Google before this as an engineer, and I left because of race stuff, because of underpayment and stuff like that. And I got the email back. I think so. The suit is curly. So I hope I'm not allowed to talk about. Well, I mean, it's public, it has to be. It's got curly something settlement. I don't know. But Google reached a settlement of $50 million for all Black employees between 2016 and something like that. So I was in there for a year, but it was a 3-year window. And so they settled for $50 million. So now I'm on Monday or Tuesday. I think I have till July something, but I put it on my to-do list for Tuesday to submit all my W-2s and my whole story to this class action lawsuit so I can get a payout. Literally, yeah. They settled on we settled it. We were racist. You know what I mean? So I've never felt so vindicated in my life. But yeah. But a Simulator says definitely want to get one of those new modern homes. Yeah, it's called her name is Melody, right? But it's an HROC. It's an hour-long video where he's interviewing her. So yeah. And Rosa says, "Oh, good luck to that, dude. I hope you get a payout from that. Wow. Oh, damn. Class action. Yeah, it's a class action original butter for the Google one at least. So who knows? Maybe Fastly will get one too. With the other company I worked at. Maybe I'll get 2 payouts one day." Rosa says, "Hell yeah." And Who's says, "Get that payout, boy." Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So they already identified. They reached out to me for the class action, so they know I'm owed the money already. So all I gotta do is make in my my request of here's my story and stuff. Because I guess the way they're doing it isn't based on they're not doing it based on did you work there? Yes or no? Okay, here's your money. I asked, I Googled it and did the math. Each employee that it would cover would get $8,000 each, just about, if they did it evenly. But it's based on how much did your salary decrease after you left Google, and how long were you at Google? And I think mine decreased quite a bit. So because I was I just don't want to be here. You know what I mean? So I took the first job I can get after Google. I mean, it wasn't but it was a pretty good chunk of change I lost because I left Google. If you include things like the 401k, HSA, all the benefits, I lost quite a bit of money. So hopefully I get a little bit more than 8K. But even if I just got 8K, that's a lot of free CDs. You know what I mean? I can use that money for some free CDs. Let me tell you. You know what I mean? So even if it was just a nice little bump to help out Groovy Kaiju stuff, I would, you know what I mean? I'll take it to the chin. Why not? And so that's something, right? Exactly, that's something. And I mean, I probably shouldn't say. Oh, I mean, no, because it's legal. But and because I own my own business now, I'm sure I can do some stuff with not that I'm doing this maliciously, but if I had a big payout, it would make sense to do things I don't know, risk it on a show here and there. So even that way, even if I get the payout, it would count as income at tax time. If I risk the money on something, then you know what I mean, the expenses, I pretty much wouldn't get taxes if I'd still worked at a normal job. So I'm trying to say, I'm gonna get taxed because I own a business now that a little differently. So I don't have to worry about taxes. I mean, I do have to worry about the taxes, but it probably wouldn't be as bad. You know what I mean? I don't know. Taxes are kind of funny. I got a tax guy. He was in New York, so he'll figure it out. But so I think it might be 8K in my pocket actually, which is pretty cool. Not half of that after taxes, which is kind of crazy because it's if you think about it, hey, Google is racist to you. We as the government get 4K for your racism. It's kind of damn. Think about it that way, but yeah. We as the government, people are just racist to you. They're racist to us too. Please give us our taxes. But yeah, I am curious to see how much I get, because I have a lot of documentation. Unfortunately, I don't have any like anything from within Google itself, because when I left, like, you lose access to all that. But I do have like multiple emails I sent multiple, because like people would join and be like, "Hey man, I also look like you. What was your experience at Google?" And I have multiple emails of just me like breaking down like month by month like shit that happened, because I was just like so upset at the time. So I have like a whole asking for those emails, man. You're the lawyers. Give me the emails. Watch. Bet you I'm right. You gotta do. So we'll see. But yeah. So yeah, so who knows? Maybe we'll get like an extra vinyl run funded by the racism at Google. Special thanks, racism at Google. On the album. No, I'm kidding. That'd be crazy though. Imagine you bought a record and just on special thanks. What? What the heck? Got like Amoeba Records. Just find a random record, you're reading like the back of it. I'm like, huh? I don't know. I'm sorry, yeah. That's not funny, but it's funny. Yeah, exactly. Sound needed brought to you by Google. Those guys are racist, yeah. Exactly. What's this album about? What's this album about? I don't know. That's my kind of humor. But it happened to me, so I can make fun of it, right? Does that make it okay? I don't know. I hope so. But yeah, so that's what's going on there. And Subados says every album is a life story in a way, right? No, it really is, yeah. Yeah, it really is. Actually, to that exact point, I like listening to albums of people, and like, because you know, like they made that during like certain moments throughout life. So I like to piece together like an artist, like what they were going through their albums. Because sometimes you can kind of hear it. And Rosa says, "Hydrate." I got you, Roses. Let me put this in this bubble mailer. In this bubble bag. Oh my god. There you go. Beautiful. Alright, hydrate. Oh, Kimberly did come up with new channel point things. So, I just haven't had the time to put them together. Because I only have access to the Twitch account. I might just go into that and give her access to the Twitch account. But one thing she said is like, you should do push-ups. So I might make it so we can start working out together if anyone's interested in working out together. I know sometimes the hydrate is for all of us. So like, hey, don't forget to hydrate. So if anyone wants to do a shared workout, we can start spending our channel points on push-ups.
New merch order from Robert.
Thank you, Robert. If you're watching, let me know and I'll pack it right now. Somebody else says, ooh, Roses, that's a nice one. Hey, yeah. Oh, whoa, double?
New merch order from Paul.
Thank you, Paul. If you're watching, let me know and I'll pack it right now. Yeah, so here's it.
New
is it broken?
From Aries.
Let me check. No, that was all at the same, literally all at the exact same time. Okay, so real quick, who's it says, I would be found dead after one push-up. No, for real, I feel you on that. Oh, if anyone's watching, Theo, Paul, or Robert, let me know. I'll pack it right now. That's the whole, you know what I mean? I like packing orders for y'all. But yeah, who's I'd be dead after one push-up? Yeah, honestly, I haven't done a push-up in a while. I don't know how many I can do even anymore. Because now I use machines, so I don't know how it's different muscles. But yeah. Rosa says, although I could never do one Lamau. No, it's okay. I mean, you know, you can always just do the push-ups with your knees. It still counts. Somebody else is 3 times. So keeping it real, Simply Dale, I'm sorry to get on this high horse. Dead ass, dude. This is probably dumb. But one of the reasons why I was like, maybe there's something onto astrology, because when I would start seeing orders like this happened multiple times, is that like, for some reason, just like, I'll get like 5 orders all at once. So I'm like, what happened on the universe where just like 3 people at the down to the exact minute were like, yo, I'm gonna buy this out at the same time? Because you would think it would be more like, kind of like sporadic throughout the day, but like sometimes it's just like, you know what I mean? So I'm just like, what is going on? I don't know, because it's almost as if the stars aligned. And people, I don't know. But anyways, Robin, not to feel like the stars made these 3 people buy my album, but I don't know, just sometimes the patterns are like, what's going on here? Anyways, but yeah, shouts out to those 3 people. I appreciate y'all. But Sky says, how many push-ups for 71? I know, yeah, you have so many points, dude. It'll probably be a workout stream, dude. It might be a workout stream. We have that many points. But I mean, honestly, I wouldn't mind, dude. That'd be kind of sick. And somebody else says, I'll give you 7 push-ups max. After that, I'm struggling. No, I feel you on that, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, I used to do 100 a day in high school. That was kind of crazy. I was presidentially fit. Remember when George Bush... Does everyone else have this? I'm sorry. Yo, real quick, Digley, good to see you, dude. I'll hydrate for you. But I want to ask a quick question. Did anyone else at their school, including you, Digley, thanks for joining, did you have like presidential fitness awards? Because I remember I got it 1 year, because after I started skating, I got really fit. And then I remember getting like the certificate, like, you know, not signed, but it was like they would print George Bush's signature to be like, you are like one of the fittest children in our school system, yada, yada, yada. Looking back, I'm like, why did George Bush care about how fit I was? You know what I mean? But this is, it's fate, the universe granting you blessings. No, dude, for real though. I'm definitely super thankful for any blessings, man. Because again, I was saying at the beginning of the stream, but every stream, every day where things start going like a little bit, I'm like, dude, it's over. It's a wrap. This is one crazy 5-year long blessing. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I'm super thankful for the universe and of course everyone who's actually supporting. Because I don't know, like, okay, this is super random. What's up, King? Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm giving you all my crazy thoughts right now. But how you doing, King? How's your Memorial Day week? How's your Sunday? Elaine says, I'm back and decided to mess up. No, hey, it happened. Yeah, the last stream we did, our internet was messing up. I rewatched the VOD too. Like, it was funny, my voice came through perfect, but I was like roboting, like visually. But deadass, dude, I think if I have kids, hopefully I do. If I have kids, dude, I'm not gonna tell them Santa Claus got them these gifts, man. Because like the same thinking of like universe, no, it's the people who access for you guys are gonna be blessings, like first and foremost. But when I'm a parent, dude, I'm not gonna tell them Santa Claus got you. No, I got you these gifts, dude. I grinded to get you these gifts. Ain't no bald dude, big dude got you these gifts out in the North Pole. I got you these gifts, man. I worked real hard for these gifts, man. You know what I mean? Santa Claus gonna get credit for getting them Halo 7. Are you kidding me? Nah, I got you Halo 7, son, daughter. You know what I mean? I don't know. But King says, good, how was yours? It's going pretty good, dude. I'm just drinking coffee, talking BS right now about Santa Claus. Can't complain, to be honest. And yo, Zaku, what up, dude? How you doing? How you been since we chatted? Yo, so that's another thing. I hope I'm not saying too much business, but remember how I was telling Marcus, I was like, hey man, I think you might end up working as like some kind of like Okamoto, like Marcus does like the food stuff. I was like, I think you can do something new with the food stuff. He's like, no, there's no way. Literally the day after Zaku, he was like, yeah, so someone just offered me a job with this this food thing. And I was like, I told you. I told you. I was like, that's hilarious. Somebody says, no, I don't think we had those. You didn't get the presidential fit thing? I think it was one of those like standardized tests to make sure everyone had to meet the goals. Yeah, no, somebody for some reason at my school, I don't know if it was in Southern California, but it was like from the federal government. Because I remember I don't have the certificate anymore, but it was like, you know, George Bush's signature was stamped on it. That was like, you've completed the presidential fitness test. So it came from the feds, dude. But that's why, huh? I wonder if it was like only my school thing then. to Adele. This stream is brought to you by Arizona Iced Tea and viewers like you. Thank you. Dude, I would be hyped to get the Arizona Iced Tea sponsorship. Maybe just email them, dude. Keeping it real. I wonder how that works. I don't know if I have like a... I don't know what the Arizona marketing team is thinking about. So that was one of the things I was considering is like... I wonder if there is any like marketing guy out there that'd be like, yeah, I'd love to like support what you're doing. Just like, I don't know. Put the... What's it called? Put an Arizona Iced Tea logo on your next album. Plug it? Sure. You know what I mean? That'd be dope. Just put it on the corner somewhere. All right, cool. Yeah, I got you, bro. Honestly, what I bet they'd be stoked on is like, yo, pass out stickers with your next... I would happily do that. Easy. That would be super sick, actually. But somebody else says, yeah, only high school. Yeah, my little personal fitness thing, that was from middle school for me. I think after high school, they stopped doing it. So maybe it was just a very specific block of time. Because it was during the George Bush administration, so depending on like our age gap and stuff, maybe it was like Obama was like, nah, I don't care how fit these kids are. Let the kids get big, I don't care. Probably, I got bigger things to worry about. And real quick, Cherry Cola, hi, good to see you. How's your Sunday going? How's your long weekend? But Lane says, Cleveland related? No, dude, bring up whatever, dude. You can bring up whatever you want, Lane. But I just got built a display case for my last week for my managers. Oh, that's what's up, dude. What kind of display case is it? I've built one once because I dated someone who had a bunch of anime figures. Display cases are like annoying to build because did you get one that's like glass on all sides? Because it's like, you know, you're trying not to break the glass, but like it like slides in. Yeah. So, wait, how's your display case? Like, how big is it too? Mine was, the one I built for her was like 6 feet tall. But Simply Adele says, Arizona, all these brands just be posting on Twitter nowadays. Who knows? Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll, yeah, future me, maybe watch the VOD. That's another thing that we can have Kimberly look into. Have Kimberly look into like if that's a thing we can do. Because yeah, I wonder if I watched a YouTube channel called Colin and Samir, and they talk about all about creators and stuff. And they said when you want to like pitch to brands, like you just have to have like a package. Like they pretty much just want to be like, cool, click button, here's your money, and I'll do the thing. So you kind of, you know, you can't just be like, hey, I'm this guy. Want to give me money? They'd be like, what are you gonna do with it? You're gonna be like, I don't know. You gotta have a plan going into it. So maybe it's something I can have Kimberly research. So yeah. But Lane says got LED lights and everything. That's sick that has lights. Lane. Yeah, the one I got, the one I built didn't have lights. It was just, you know, normal glass case. But lights is probably makes it like hella sick because you can see all the details. So. Professor says they gave up and hi to Cherry Cola. Yeah. They break my watch string reset. And Cherry Cola says hi. Yeah, no worries, Cherry Cola. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know how that works on Twitch. I'll be honest. I gotta. But you're always here, Cherry Cola. The watch stream didn't reset with me. Your watch stream is, or your watch. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. In my brain, it's you're always here for me. So thank you. Who cares what the computer thinks? Okay. And Lane says, yeah, it was a glass on all sides except for the back, around the same thing. It's a 2-door, almost 6 feet, has 4 shelves. The doors were a pain though, because they were tough to align. Exactly, Lane. The doors, because like it swings open. Oh, it was so tough to get those aligned. The girl's the end of the time, she's like, why are you taking so long? I'm like, because it's hard. You know what I mean? Yeah. No, but yours sounds super sick, dude. Hers didn't have lights. That's dope. But I'm glad to hear that you got it all set up, because yeah, I've done that before. Cherry Cole says, I hydrate and stretch. I got you. Shire says, speaking of rock streaks. Yeah, thank you, dude. You're on a 65. That's so wild, dude. Thanks for hanging out with me all the time, Skyr. I appreciate it, dude. And Cherry Cole, too. I know you're watching, but it still counts again. But here, let me hydrate. and then we're stretching. I actually went to the gym before this. And what was cool is that nobody was there. My apartment gym, like the AC broke, so I had to go to like a community center. That's actually low-key, everybody here, if you want to start going to the gym, don't get Planet Fitness and all that. Planet Fitness, all that, it's so expensive. And they have like all these weird, crazy hidden fees where they, like, you know, you can't cancel all that. Community centers, like run by the government, like your local city government, at least they have them out in Arizona, like, everywhere. Like, you know, where they use like pools or whatever. It's like an apartment-sized gym usually, but it'll be like $1 a day to like get in. Or if you get like a membership, the one near me is like, I think it's like $50 for the entire year. So it's like, dude, are you kidding me? But like Planet Fitness will be like $50 to get started, and then it's like $20 a month after that, and like you can't ever cancel pretty much. So yeah, just go to the gym provided by your city. That's like the real way to do it, in my opinion. They are a bit smaller, but like, you know, I don't know. To me, it's not worth the money. But Elaine says, dude, for real, I tried to align all of them more than 4 times because the hinges would slide upwards from the glass. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think the ones with her, hers would like, it was too much weight. I never got it to be like perfectly centered, like the door that opens up. It'd always be like slanted a little bit. So it always like hit the bottom. So I couldn't get it to like the screws to be tight enough to like hold all the way up. It was weird. But yeah, I feel you 100%, dude. But Rosa says, didn't know Planet Fitness was doing some dirty things. Oh yeah, they're all doing dirty things, Roses. In California, even I think they passed a law that was like, you know, 1 click to cancel. Or it might be federal. But you know, they still get away with it. There was like it's funny because my buddy's gym, I was just about to sign up for it, and I was like, you know what? Let me Google like if there's any controversy. And like, literally the exact gym he goes to, there was like a local news report of like some couple that got a membership there. It was I think it was EOS, but they got a membership there, and it literally took them 6 months to cancel because they like told them, hey, you want to cancel? And they're like, oh well, please don't. I'm like, okay, I'll cancel, and then just wouldn't. They would still get charged, and they're like, hey, you still charged us, and they had to go all the way up to like the very corporate of corporate, and then eventually they had to like actually put in a lawsuit, and then they finally canceled it for them, and they canceled the lawsuit because they just wouldn't. Like everyone was like, no, I'll tell my boss, I'll tell my boss's boss, I'll tell my boss's boss to cancel it for you, because no one wanted to take like the L on the cancellation. It's crazy. Who is it says got a home gym? I'm not even motivated to exercise at home. No, I feel you on that. Yeah, kind of. You know what's funny? Who is it? Is that I was like low-key thinking like maybe I should just buy some weights and like just do everything at home. But I think part of like the whole like, I think I would get too distracted at home, low-key. Like I know that's weird, but low-key, I don't know, maybe it's just worth thinking about, but is it possible that the home gym is what makes you lack the motivation? So I know like part of what gets me motivated is the fact that I'm like, okay, I got my sweatpants on. I'm now outside of my house. Okay, now I'm outside of my house doing the activity I meant to do. Whereas I feel like if I was at my home gym, I'd be like, I have to go to the bathroom, and I'm just in the bathroom on Instagram, not working out. So I'm like, you know, I get to it when I get to it. I don't know. Whereas when I'm at like outdoors, my body is like, okay, I'm here to work out. So I just think about working out. That makes sense. So I almost bought some weights, and I was like, actually, you know what? But somebody says, noted on the community center. Yeah, dude, low key. Yeah, because I was like, I don't know, you know me. I've been trying to save so much money right now just to, you know, trying to make the free CD, you know, Groovy Kaiju work. So I've been, what's it called? I've been trying to just save money where I can. So that's how I found out the community center thing. I bet my brain stopped for a second. But hopefully something happens one day. That probably puts me will stop. I'd be comfortable going to a home gym over how unsanitary here gets. Yeah, no, I feel you on that. Surprisingly, gyms aren't as gross as I thought they were going to be. Because I was very like, I don't want to go to the gym. Now that I've been going to the gym, I'm like, oh, actually, this isn't like, you know, all the gym memes I think are memes for a reason. You know what I mean? Like your average gym experience isn't like what you see on the internet, in my opinion. But yeah, it's more like high school low-key, or like your high school PE than it is like anything else. I was like, oh, okay, I've been here before. And King says, I can do this in a minute as an hour passes. Oh, like working out, King? What you're saying? Who was it says, my depression and my inability to clean my room. I just feel up and sleep almost 14 hours a day. Oh, I feel that, yeah. Well, I mean, okay. I feel it. I'm sorry to hear who is it. Again, I make jazz beats. I'm not an expert at stuff like this, but I don't know, my friends that have told me when they struggle with depression, it was like a lot of just trying to do something small. But I mean, so I wasn't ever diagnosed to, but there was a little bit where I was like feeling kind of crazy last year, I'm not gonna lie. Like right before I started streaming, actually. What helped me a lot, if it helps at all, who's it, is I just made myself go outside in the sun and do a 15-minute walk with no music, no phone, just like walking in the sun, and it like completely changed how I felt. But again, I wasn't like sleeping 14 hours a day, so I probably was much lighter, but that's if I may suggest something, I hope that helps. But no, but at the same time too, like, take it serious and don't want to be like, just, you know, a little bit of sunshine will help, because sometimes it's deeper than that. You know what I'm trying to say. So video says, I'm gonna suggest that. I know for sure when I want to get up and just do some push-ups, I just don't have the motivation. Yeah, for me, just stepping outside the house like helps a lot. Like getting motivated to go to the gym. Yeah, because I'll be honest, I have no clue how I have the motivation to do all the music stuff. Because like, I'm like, how do I resist the urge to not just like open YouTube and watch YouTube all day when I should be like working on stuff? And who is it says, I did that once, the sun almost took me out. Some of me like, oh yeah, I forgot you mentioned you are allergic to the sun. Dang. So this is again, I don't know if this is helpful at all, but you ever like gone to the doctor and ask about like vitamin D? Because I know that's another thing too, is that I noticed at that time when I was going through that, I started going out in the sun, particularly because I wanted more vitamin D. So I also bought vitamin D supplements, and that helped a lot. I don't know, I think it was a mix of both. Because I noticed when I was in Seattle, there was like a little bit too where I was like super sad. That's why people like, you know, grunges from Seattle for a reason, because there's just so little sunlight. So you kind of, I don't know, people in Seattle will do like little like mood lamps, they call them, where it's just like lamps that like are at your desk just to like shine light on you, because like your body, there's some kind of link between like sunlight and like your happiness. So maybe look into that too, or vitamin D supplements. But I would even say the lamp might help too. Speaking of lamps, oh yeah, Jermaine's over there. Let me show off Jermaine. But yeah, Jermaine's doing good, by the way. Speaking of lamps. Yeah, they are ridiculous. I've never seen a plant this. I can't even put them close to the camera anymore. But yeah, Jermaine's humongous. It's crazy how we literally got Jermaine when they were like half the size. Like now Jermaine's like up to my, yeah, they're like 4 feet tall. It feels like. Ugh. And King says, yeah, for the home gym. I think my father was doing something. Yeah, no worries, King. I got what you were trying to say, I think. But yeah, it's all good. And who is it says, yeah, weird dilemma. Even got vitamin D pills for that problem. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, so we're okay, at least we're somewhat know what we're talking about. Okay. Well, yeah. But I feel it. Who is it? I hope you are able to find some kind of a, what's it called? I guess like help. Or anyway, something that can help. I mean, yeah. Get you a little more motivated. Another thing is too is that, I don't know, what helped me get motivated too, I'm not gonna lie, is my little ice cream machine. That also helped me when I was like feeling a little down. But again, depression's like a whole, yeah, it's not just being a little down, it's way more serious than that. But it's like I guess keeping it real, my buddy, so again, I'm not an expert, but NetNavi, and not trying to pin them as an expert either, but they have they went to school for psychology and they dropped out during their last semester. So they have like 4 years of psychology thing, but so low-key sometimes they'll give me advice. It's like, oh, I learned in school. But one of the things they said too was like things like gratitude journals help a lot too. So I think that was like a big thing, is that just like, because you're just like so overwhelmed with like, oh, stuff sucks. That like even just being like, at least I get the ice cream tonight, that would help me get out of like a sadness I was feeling for a little bit. And that's why I'm like, every night I'm like, yo, even today sucked. At least I'm eating ice cream. You know, dude. So yeah. So he does this, whoa, was this wow cool, they grow. Plantera, yeah, Plantera, like the band Pantera. But Plantera, that's pretty sick, hell yeah. Skyr says ice cream solves all problems. It kind of does, dude. I'm not gonna lie, I went to a party the other night, like for my buddy's birthday party. And my ex showed up and I was like, oh, dude, I don't want to be here right now. I want to leave. But literally that night, I was like, I just got ice cream at home. You know what I mean? At least I can eat ice cream later. But like literally saved me from just being like, let me leave. So yeah. Tippendale says, indeed. Who is it says ice cream is a solution? That's what I'm saying, yeah. Ninja Creamy, dude. They got them at Costco. And that's the thing too, is that like, you know, because then it's like, well, you know, you don't want to like gain a bunch of ice cream weight. You can make your own ice cream without lactose, with all that. Make it like super low calorie, sugar free. But yeah. Sky. Dude, what the hell are you, dude? You gotta like start some kind of comedy thing. Sky says, feeling sad, ice cream. Broken leg, ice cream. Wife took everything in the divorce, ice cream. No, but for real though. I've been navigating life lately. Heck yeah, dude. Wife took everything in divorce, ice cream. And who is this? They were selling ice cream at the con, but it was $8. I love ice cream not for $8. Yeah, that's too much. That's way too much. They were, yeah, con prices you make me mad sometimes too. It's like water bottle $3. I'm like, dude, no. And sometimes like we don't let you bring water, which is like, you know, I understand, and I'm not trying to have you like bring in vodka and stuff, but yeah, con prices are kind of like, I don't know. Like keeping it real, sometimes I feel bad. I'm like, dang, am I overcharging for my art? When I go to a con, sometimes I'm like, this guy's charging me $8 for ice cream. You know what I mean? Like whenever I feel like guilty for doing business, then I just think of con people. I'm like, dude, okay, I got a long way to go before I'm ever unethically charging people stuff. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, not that I ever feel like I genuinely am, you know, but you know, I don't know, it's just one of those things you have to get over when you're like, it's just hard to ask people for money for your art, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. Anyways, I think you get what I'm trying to say, hopefully. But Skyr says, $8, I can get 2 tubs of ice cream for that. It was exactly, yeah, no, for real. Or get an entire tub of Tillamook Marion berry ice cream. I'm telling you, that oh my god, that ice cream is so good. Wait, what time? How long are we streaming for? Oh, an hour and 10. Okay, cool. You just got a whole lot of hour. Heck yeah. Oh my god. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. I almost closed the stream on accident. You're right, running back and forth. Let me just put this right here. But yeah. But let's see. Yeah, shouts out to Kimberly because Kimberly gave us so much stuff to talk about. Like, apparently, Oscar Mayer, you know, like the like hot dog people, I guess they run like a race every year of all the Oscar Mayer hot dog mobiles, and they let them race on the Indy 500, so it's a bunch of them just like hot dog mobiles racing. They're moving hella slow, but it was pretty cool. I think that's a pretty cool marketing stunt. That's like one type of marketing I wish I could get into. I want to figure out one day how to like do the more goofy marketing. Like make like a Groovy Kaiju event that's like dressed like a kaiju, meet in Central Park type of marketing. And who it says, oh, for the ice cream it was $10 for a double. That's a venting moment for me. No, $10 for a double is ridiculous still. They're doing too much. They're getting greedy. But I guess, you know, Diplo, like the crazy famous DJ. It's funny to, I don't know, I mean, like, it's cool to see artists have like kids, so, you know, because like they always like end up like in like the silly situations. But like for this one, like I saw one, I think it was and he's one of the big DJs, but like his daughter was in the crowd at like one of the festival shows, and like she's like on somebody's shoulders. He's like, "That's my daughter." She's like, "Yeah," you know what I mean? She's like 21. I don't know, which is like funny because it's like in the crowd. But I guess Diplo, they have a kid who's in kindergarten. I guess Diplo just DJ'd his son's kindergarten. Yeah, so he's like Diplo, mega famous DJ, playing Baby Shark, dude. The kids are going crazy. It's pretty adorable. But yeah, on that note too, speaking of like funny things, is so one of the most famous astrologers is this person named Chani. I think she runs there's an astrology app called Chani, and like it's her app. But anyways, like you ever heard like the Recess Therapy YouTube channel where like essentially they just like interview kids? Like I think it's the one that's like, you know, the one kid that's like, I love corn. Like it's from that. I think it's from that same YouTube channel. And that was like a meme for a while, like the corn song. The kid being like, I love corn. It's just good on everything. Well, they had this astrologer go and like get all the kids' birth charts and be like, this is what you're gonna be when you grow up. When the kid's like, am I gonna have $1 million? He's like, maybe. He's like, oh, it's pretty cute. Did I forget to put stickers in here? Oh, I did. Could be yapping. But yeah. But yeah, the party I went to was pretty sick. It was like a Y2K party because my buddy, it was their birthday, but they run mostly like synthwave events. So like one thing that was cool about being like someone who like throws shows is that then you could throw shows for your own birthday party. And yeah, it was really sick. They like kind of crushed it. It was like actually hella packed. It was really cool, like Y2K night. People were like getting down. So that was really cool. Oh, I'm sure I put stickers in there. Rosa says, "Oh, cool, yeah." Heck yeah. I love the theme, yeah. Yeah, Y2K nights are pretty sick. Especially when they play like, start playing like the Y2K like dance hits. Like and the entire synthwave stuff. Oh yeah. Like when they play all the DDR stuff, like what's the butterfly song, you know what I mean? Like I, the little butterfly. The song from DDR. Whenever people dropped out the Y2K night, oh dude, it always goes crazy. Did y'all ever play DDR? Did anyone play DDR here? I got pretty decent at it, low key. Like I like playing some DDR at arcades. Yeah, we're just like synthwave. Yeah, I don't listen to synthwave too much. The synthwave is pretty sick. I respect it. Who is it says nope, no, sadly sound like fun. Yeah, you don't ever have like a arcade next to you. DDR, like it's worth putting the time in to get good at it. It's pretty fun. Yeah, the at-home DDR just don't hit the same. You have to have a machine. And but who says no? Who says no? Sadly, sound like fun. Somebody else is not good at it, but I'll definitely hop on. Okay, sick, dude. I forgot. Oh my! I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing. Sky says it's been a long time since I've done DDR. Yeah, it's sick. Y'all have like round 1 next to you? I don't know if it's like a SoCal thing, but like round 1's like a Japanese arcade. They're like all over SoCal, or all over the Southwest at least. But they always have DDR. Guys says, I remember the soft DDR pad sucked. Yeah, I have a soft DDR pad. It does suck. Because the thing is, like, they move on the floor, and that's what like really makes them suck. And somebody else says, oh yeah, there's one in the mall here. Oh, sick, heck yeah. Well, yeah, dude, DDR, your mall probably has, I mean, round 1 at your mall probably has a DDR then. And they have all like the Japanese rhythm games, like all the super random ones. Like they're all super sick. Like there's one that's like kind of like a piano. I love this one. It's like you kind of like, it's like Guitar Hero but piano almost. It's just really cool. I like that one a lot. There's like a penguin as the mascot. I don't know the name of it, but you know, you might be catching me playing it. And Brother says, I remember seeing insane DDR gaming online. Yeah, did you see there's like a little mini DDR documentary. What's crazy is, yeah, so it kind of was like viral on YouTube. Not like viral, but it was like, you know, kind of got some views on YouTube. And the main dude who like won the tournament in the video was like from San Jose. I used to live in San Jose. And what's hella funny is my buddy said once he went to like round 1 in San Jose, and there's some guy playing DDR, and he was like, wait, aren't you the best DDR player in the world? And he was like, yeah. Just this random dude. He's like, I live in San Jose. So like, you know what I mean? So technically, my buddy met the best DDR player in the world. That was like highlighted in a documentary. So he lived in the same town. Just went to the arcade. He was there. And who is it says the only one I can count is the one that shows at the con, but I wouldn't try because I watched a furry be the highest level song in a suit once. They scared me. Oh yeah, that's correct. That's so cool. Yeah, the things furries can do in their suits is impressive, to say the least. Like, I like watching people, like, skate in like, full fursuits. That's always hella cool to me. Like, how do you even see, dude? Skater furries are dope. But yeah, it can be intimidating, too, when you see people, like, playing DDR, and they grab the back bar, and they're just like, it's like, oh, dang. Y'all are playing different. Hey, Imani.
New merch order from Imani.
Thank you, Imani. If you're watching, let me know. And somebody else to say, you know it's serious? No, for real, dude. What's funny is, I think the last time I played DDR, I was with a buddy's buddy. Well, I guess we my buddy too. But they're in like a goth band. And it was hella funny because he brought his water bottle. I was like, oh, like, what do you plan on playing? He's like, DDR. And I'm like, you make goth music? He's like, nah, dude, I love DDR. he's like a lead singer in a goth band. So he's like all hella gothed out, like just playing DDR. I'm like, hell yeah, dude. But 2J, what's up, dude? Evening folk, how you doing? How's your weekend going, 2J? How you feeling? And this is, oh damn, lol. This is wow. Yeah, it was pretty sick. It was cool to see. All right, cool. Let's what else I want to talk about? Oh yeah. Ooh. I have to grab more cardboard real quick though. Oh, it's Lucky Penny Day. Do y'all ever find lucky pennies? Isn't it like if it's on like the heads, it's lucky? Or what makes a penny lucky, dude? But I have to go. You have to go find some more cardboard. I'll be back. Or I might just have to use this, low key. But yeah, I'll be back. But I mean, you can hear me still. But yeah, I used to. What do you guys do with your change, actually? Because I have a little, like, what's it called? Piggy bank. But And like what I would do is I'd always just fill it up, and like when I have to move, that's when I would eventually like empty it out. But yeah, for the most part, I didn't. You know what I mean? I didn't get change that much anymore. I don't even carry cash anymore. I don't own any cash. I don't think. And Lane says all the time on job sites, dude. Oh yeah, like in terms of change and like lucky pennies, or is it more change? Yeah, the other, like legitimately the other day I was like thinking like, man, whatever happened to that cash? You know what I mean? But somebody else says store in a piggy bank pretty much. I don't, yeah, for change. I don't really touch it unless I know I need to go somewhere that needs them. Yeah. And yeah, I'm the same. I just have a piggy bank. I always just like empty one of those like coin things whenever I move. And Rosa says, I have this cute cow bank that me and my mom put change in, and I wonder if it still has the money in it. Aw, yeah. That's adorable. And yeah, I have a Godzilla piggy bank, but it fell once and the arm broke off. So like it's a Godzilla with like a amputated Godzilla piggy bank, pretty much. And Skyler says, I like collecting hella scuff coins. I got a penny that looks like it went through a shredder or something. Oh, that's sick. Oh, I need that. I just don't even know that I bought shampoo. But yeah, I don't think I have any super scuff coins, but I know what you mean though. I've seen like coins that look like they got sanded down entirely that are pennies. Just because there were people that kept like stepping on them and stuff like that. And who's it says, I keep my change in a jar and carry on me in case I need a drink from a vending machine. Oh, sick, heck yeah. Yeah, I know it is nice about like whenever I was like when I was visiting Japan, is it was super sick to have like, cause you know, there are more cash out there. At least when I went, it was still like super all cash based. It was cool to have a little like coin pouch. I had like a Master Ball coin pouch that I got at like a little vending machine. I used it to carry all my like yen. It was a fun time. But El Pollo Carlos, what's up, dude? How you doing? How's your long weekend going? How's your Sunday? But yeah. And it's also National Italian Beef Day, dude. Do they got those? They got those over by y'all? They don't really got like beef sandwiches. I don't know, I've always grown up in the Southwest, so it's always been like Hispanic food, I guess, for I guess like let's see, Latin food, Mexican food. Like I've never like been like, yo, I'm craving Italian beef today. Yeah, dude. But I feel like on the East Coast, y'all have a lot more like European influence. It's like that's, you know, that's where they came from. They started off on the East Coast. So I feel like you get more like, oh hey, we're like a I don't know, Italian something. Yeah, on that note too, I'm still been watching those like the John Kiriakou interviews. And he was telling stories about like how he ended up becoming like really good friends with like a lot of Italian people in prison. He was in federal prison for like whistleblowing against like the torture program. And he said that what was crazy is that, you know, because they're Italian, they would still cook hella good food in the prison. And he said like one guy, what he would do is he would like get a live wire from the prison and like stick it in water and get it like boiling, because he would like shoot the water and it would just start boiling. And they would make like pasta and everything. And he was like, dude, he would make like meals I would genuinely pay like $30 for at a restaurant, just in his prison cell with like electrical wire and like, you know, leftover scraps from the kitchen. And I was like, that's crazy. And like, it's not like he's just like, oh, exaggerating. He's like, no. In theory, like, dude, he like for real, he had CIA money, so he had money to go to fancy Italian restaurants. I just found that like pretty wild. Yeah, I haven't been to an Italian restaurant in forever. Like I've never been like my family never went to like Olive Garden ever. We were always more of like a Sizzler or not even Applebee's. We were always like Sizzlers and Chili's. It's funny now because like, you know, Chili's is like a meme. I go to Chili's. That's like my go-to place whenever our friends like, yo, where should we go eat? I'm like, what do they have, the little like Chili's 3 for $13 or whatever? Yo, man. It's like the cheapest sit-down experience I've been having with friends. If you're like trying to go out to eat. So I'm trying to save money. Not sponsored. Maybe that'll be the thing we get sponsored for, Sibley Deo. Put a Chili sticker in all the Monster Jam Zero CDs. Be like, Groovy Kaiju eats at Chili's. Like we can get away with that one. That'd be a hella funny sponsorship. Somebody else has been wanting to go back since the commercials and their presence on Twitter and marketing is working. Yes, that's the thing about marketing. Like honestly, when I first started learning it, the scariest thing about it that they told me was like, look, no matter how much you learn from this marketing course, you can't beat it. It's just human psychology. Like there's no, they hired behavioral psychologists. Like that's how it works. So even if you know what's going on, it's still gonna work. And I was like, dang. And like, I'll be honest, like now that I know how marketing works, it made me more susceptible to marketing. Because now sometimes I'm like, yo, I respect the game, dude. You know what I mean? So to your point, yeah, low key. I think I started going to Chili's again because I saw like, you know, I was like trying to say, I was like, what's the best like sit down restaurant that so I started looking into it and I was like, oh wow. And yeah. So it's that and yeah, because and like a lot of the stuff you'll see online these days too, it's like they'll just pay like everyday Joe Schmo people to like post about Chili's. Like there's like some underground thing or people who are like trying to come up as like an influencer. Like a lot of people are trying to come up as that and like join different programs. There's all kinds of weird websites for that. So sometimes you'll see just like a very like nonchalant couple be like, oh wow, here's a funny video about me and my husband at Chili's. Like, well, they might have got paid for it, low key. So yeah, so their marketing is going crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Chili's has been going. I agree. Someone on the inside, or someone who knows a thing or two about marketing. Yeah, their marketing is going crazy. Oh wait, no. Yesterday was Lucky Pig. I'm sorry, I tried to scroll. Today is actually Asparagus Day. Do y'all like asparagus? I don't like asparagus. It tastes gross. Like whenever I like go to a place, or if I have like a buddy's parents that would make asparagus, I'm like, ugh. Ugh. Who actually likes this? Somebody else says, nah, yeah, yeah. No asparagus. That's these grilled. I can imagine grilled asparagus being good. Dude, grilled corn is good. That's my favorite grilled vegetable. But yeah, asparagus, I've never been a fan. Who's it says I barely taste it? Yeah, same. I barely taste it, but the thing I don't like about it is that it's so like stringy. Like I feel like I can feel the fibers. I feel like I'm eating like a t-shirt. Or like asparagus. I don't like the texture. But yeah. Oh, it's National Brother. I should text my brother. So if you have a brother, it's National Brothers Day. Well, I guess if you identify as a male and you have a male sibling who identifies as male, you should text him and be like, hey, it's our day. We're brothers. I feel bad. In fact, my brother's been trying to like get into like doing business stuff here and there. And I was like, yo, man, you know Spotify has like a premium when it comes to audiobooks? I was mentioning that earlier. It's, Spotify's like, audiobooks, it's the next big thing. So yeah, so I'm like part of the problem, I guess. But so I was telling him like, hey man, like I found out I can give you all my books just as audiobooks if you're down to listen to them. He's like, yeah, I'm down. And then I found out since we're on a family plan, only the person who pays for the family plan gets the audiobooks. Everyone else has to like upgrade. And I was like, oh. I was like, my bad, bro. And he was like, damn. I was like, I'm sorry, but I'm not about to pay quadruple the money to give you audiobook access. And he's like, no, it's fair. I didn't know it was like that. Oh snap, that's cool, yeah. Yeah. Shouts out to brothers, dude. Shouts out to being somebody's brother. Or if you just got a best friend that feels like your brother, you should text him and be like, yo, you my brother. You my brother. But speaking of brothers, I still need to watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, dude. I saw on Instagram earlier today if someone like watched it for the first time and they were like, this is the greatest anime of all time. I was sleeping. I'm like, dang, people have been telling me the exact same thing. I love that anime. I know, I need to watch it. Oh, Lamau, I saw Loki. I try not to like dox people who are lurking, but not dox, but people who are just lurking. But Tiara Tastemaker I saw was on Instagram for a second later. It's Tiara Day, dude. It's technically their day. And it's also Aviation Maintenance Technician Day. So if you work on airplanes, dude, it's your day. Remember, says Cowboy Bebop and Full Metal Alchemist are my two animes that rank up as favorites. Yeah, definitely. I still need to watch Full Metal Alchemist, but Cowboy Bebop for sure is one of my favorites. It's so sick. But yeah. And who is it says Cowboy Bebop and Akame ga Kill for my favorites? I haven't watched Akame ga Kill. Isn't that Kill la Kill? Or is that different? I've watched, if it's Kill la Kill, I've watched like I think half of it. My brother is super into Kill la Kill, speaking of Brother's Day. Remember they watched the whole thing and they're like, yo, Kill la Kill is so dope. Did y'all ever play MMOs as a kid? Yeah, so this is super random. Did anyone ever play Disney's Virtual Magic Kingdom as a kid? I don't think I've met anyone that also played it as a kid. But who as it says, it's another kill. It's like, don't fall in love with any of the characters type of kill. Oh, okay. I feel that. Well, that's cool they aren't afraid they kill people off. Because yeah, it is I don't know. Like whatever animes are like happy to kill characters, it's kind of crazy. I'm still not over Rengoku from Demon Slayer. That was like the one time they killed a character in the anime that I was like to this day I'm like, no. Anyone but Rengoku, dude. Timoteo says, I don't think I ever ran to that one. My main one was Fusion Fall from Cartoon Network. Yeah, no, I remember we talked about Fusion Fall. I remember I was like, dude, my computer couldn't run it. I wanted to play Fusion Fall so bad. Yeah, we talked about Fusion Fall. Do you ever play Toontown though? Speaking of like TV MMOs. And Rosa says, OMG's my favorite character, Rip Legend. I know, yeah, Rosa's, I actually have a sticker of Rengoku and Tanjiro on my car. It's all super sun damaged now because of Arizona, but yeah, like Rengoku I think is my favorite character too. That's sick. You got the same favorite character. And Subido says, oh yeah, for Toontown, yeah. Dude, my computer also couldn't handle Toontown. I was so bummed. I also want to play Toontown so bad as a kid. Toontown looked like it was a blast. I think one of my friends had a, what's it called? Toontown on their computer, and I was so jealous of it. Well, I wasn't like jealous, but I was like, man, bro, I wish my computer could play Toontown, bro. And who is it says, I remember playing a bit of Toontown. Yeah, Toontown, dude. You get to make your own character and everything. I'd always make like a goofy looking character. Like goofy as in like, yup, goofy. But yeah, you know what I mean. And Rosa says, I know of Toontown, but I was obsessed with Club Penguin. Yeah, Club Penguin's also super sick. Didn't Club Penguin shut down recently? I think I watched a whole video on Club Penguin too, that it started off as like, it was made by a bunch of British dudes, and I think it was like they kind of made it an MMO like last minute, just as like a YOLO, see what happens, and then of course Club Penguin happened. It's like the biggest children's MMO of all time. Yeah, Club Penguin was also a certified hood classic. And yeah, Rosa says Club Penguin shut down years ago. Dang. And simply Dale, you know, it's funny is because we're talking about multiple MMOs. At first I thought he said, remember getting so far without paying and doing raids for the first time? I thought you meant Club Penguin. I was like, there was raids in Club Penguin, dude? That's crazy. But I assume you're talking about Fusion Fall, right? Or no, you're probably talking about do they have raids in Toontown? Imagine. But Rose says, yeah, Club Penguin has a fan base keeping it alive. Yeah, I think they made like private servers for it, so you can still like log in and play. They like backed it all up and everything. But yo, gotta hit that raid in Club Penguin, dude. And who's it says, yeah, I think one of them got a cease and desist by Disney. Yeah, I think it was Disney, yeah. But I forgot why. I don't know if Disney got or isn't it that Disney bought Club Penguin and then like one of the private servers got cease and desist? I forgot the story. It was something like that. It was something silly. Also, do y'all know if Nintendo still like will cease and desist a bunch of Pokemon ROM hacks? Like, did Nintendo eventually just give up on like people ROM hacking? I haven't seen like an article about a ROM hack getting a cease and desist in a long time. So I don't know if it's my algorithm just isn't showing it to me, or if like Nintendo finally was like, you know what, let's just, who cares? Oh, Skyer. Oh, the private servers were involved in less than savory thing. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing about like, you know, sadly, kids on the internet, some people won't allow for that to happen because they have malicious intentions. It's like they're just trying to, I don't know, man. It's sad. It breaks my heart. Who is it says, ooh, that was the one I remember. Yeah. Oh, my bad. I skipped it. Oh wow, I missed a bunch of messages. My bad. Somebody says, I think they were in Toontown, the raids where you go in the building. Yeah, they totally were raids. Yeah, I guess I don't think they called them raids though, but yeah, I see what you mean now. Yeah, when you go inside like the corporate buildings, I know which one you're talking about. It's also funny that Toontown was like all about like anti-capitalism. If you think about it, like let's get rid of all these suits and bring back whimsical Disney magic. And like Disney is now like the most corporate suited company of all time. It's quite ironic if you think about it. But
And oh, Rosa said the biggest one I got thinking about it because it was profit off the ads. Okay, so I guess it was both. What's it called? Less than savory things and profit motive. And Club Penguin Ruin. It was named like gay. Oh, okay, yeah. Premises have become a hard to certain point. Yeah. Okay. See what's going on. But good to see you, Marcus. Show me the plant. I got you, dude. You were showing off Jermaine earlier, but dude, look how big this plant is, dude. This is my money tree, dude. This is crazy. Jermaine with the googly eyes and the Groovy Kaiju sticker. Wow. Yeah. I don't want to drop him. What if I drop Jermaine on stream? That'd be crazy. I'd be like, no. It'd be a tragedy. Yeah, I just cut up a bunch of cardboard. Starting to get hungry though. But I think we can do a little bit longer. You're on the spot, I know, right? Yeah. But I mean, like, I'll just probably sweep it up and put Jermaine back, repot Jermaine. I don't have a backup pot though, but I figured it out. I'd go to Walmart real quick or something. Jermaine wouldn't be that. I'll be able to save Jermaine. Parker says, sheesh, the money printer itself. I know, right? Yeah. Yeah, Jermaine's hella good luck, I'm telling you. Like, literally, we started streaming, got Jermaine, and like a few months later, things just started like kind of working out. I need to stop playing around and get more money plants. I gotta get Jermaine a whole family. I'm gonna have a family of Jermaines. Just turn the entire. Imagine we just turn. One day, we'll make enough where we can have an entire money stream room and we stream from it. It's just a forest where we pack orders. That has to be kind of cute. Not gonna lie. Like play like a Zelda music or something the entire time. I'd be super down for that. Call it the Kaiju Treehouse. That'd be sick. And make it all Zaboomafoo theme. You ever watch Zaboomafoo as a kid, y'all? Remember Zaboomafoo where they had the freaking... I don't know if it was a monkey, I don't know what animal it was, but dude, Zaboomafoo was sick. I just love the name of Zaboomafoo. They probably named it that just to be like, haha, these kids are gonna be able to say it. You know what I mean? I remember as a kid just liking the show because of the name. And Marcus, everyone shut up, my song is on. Hey, thank you, dude. Yeah, I'm glad you like this song. This is one of my favorites too. I love playing it live. Heck yeah. What else is going on? Yeah, it's a video. The one with the lemur? I thought that's what it was. Yeah, I think it's a lemur. Yeah, Zaboomafoo, dude. That's just, I don't know, that name is so sick. Zaboomafoo. I don't know, someone needs to put it in a rap song, dude. Because if someone rhymed something with Zaboomafoo, I'd be like, this is the greatest bar of all time. And Rosa says, I feel like I got to see that show. Yeah, it was like kind of had to catch the movie. It wasn't like, it was like on TV, but it was kind of like hard to catch. Like I remember watching it, like wanting to watch it as a kid, but it was like never on for some reason. And Marcus says, I'm gonna play Roll by Venus in Hong Kong this year. Dude, thank you, man. I'm stoked to see what people think. They're gonna love it because it's all Mandarin. They're gonna be like, yo! Oh man, that's gonna be sick. Hell yeah. And Rosa says, I vaguely remember an Animal Kids show that did it so uniquely, but other than that, I don't remember it much. Exactly, yeah, it was an Animal Kids show, and it was kind of different. Yeah, it was. I was a kid, I was like, this is sick. And somebody else says, I swear those guys are a cartoon on PBS now. Yeah, I think they are. I think they end up making a cartoon version. They don't do the live action anymore. The live action is where it was at. Who says it's maybe gone, but at least his granddaughter continues the legacy. Oh, there's a Zaboomafoo guy? Who is it? I don't know the whole Zabumafu lore. I just remember watching episodes as a kid and being like, yo, this show is the sickest thing ever. Marcus says, I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't, oh my god, if Zabumafu wasn't already in a rap song somewhere, and a lyric. Look at that. Zabumafu rap. Genius. Oh, yeah, yo, Marcus, you were right, yeah. There's a guy named Hoodrich Pablo Juan and Danny Wolf have a song where he says, I'm dressing like I was in Zabumafu, got lions and snakes on my Gucci shoe. And Marcus says the Kraft Brothers, and Rosa says lol. Somebody else says bars, yeah. And then they also said caught a cold from my ice, achoo. That's silly. There's a couple songs with oh, Adam Kill has a song called Zabumafu. There's a lot of Zabumafu songs, actually. I was way off. Zabumafu with the Kraft Brothers. Oh yeah, okay, that's what you're saying, Marcus. Another one that says Millie posted up watching well, I guess the artist is Emmanuel X. Millie posted up watching Zabumafu. Come for the fam and quickly find out what my shooters do. I like that. That one rhymes a little bit better. Oh yeah. Bars. I don't know what to do. Next time I rap on a Groovy Kaiju song, I'm putting Zabumafu in the lyrics. But yeah, what was y'all's favorite kid show? Have we talked about that? I was a big Blue's Clues kid. Blue's Clues, and my parents said I was always big into Blue's Clues and Barney. Which is kind of ironic because the whole Groovy Kaiju thing now, but yeah. And Marcus says, I'm gonna be waiting for the Zabumafu bars on a Groovy Kaiju song. Hell yeah, dude. Rose's Teletubbies, yo. I had a friend named Pat, and he said, to mess with his cousins, he used to hide in the closet and just make Teletubbies noises to scare them. Which is hella funny. It's like he'd just be in the closet like, Dinky Winky. And the kids be like, what was that? And Marcus says, Zoom secret track on Monster Tape 4? Yeah, dude, imagine. Or Monster Tape 2. We could be like, Zoom Monster Tape 2. On the rhyme there somewhere. But somebody else says Thomas the Tank Engine. We mean Thomas the Dank Engine, simply Adeo. But yeah, no, that's true. That's sick. Yeah, I never got into Thomas, the train one. It's also the reason why I never got into it as a kid because I was like, how do they go around? I was like, don't they need rail tracks to walk around? As a kid, I couldn't get past the immersion. I was like, this isn't realistic enough for me. They haven't explained the lore of how they created their society as a kid, so I couldn't get past it. No, that's sick though. Thomas Tank Engine is dope. That says that's amazing. My buddy scaring his cousins. Marcus says for Barney subconscious influence. That's what I'm saying, dude. I think there was some like a, you know, because yeah, I don't know if you look into psychology and stuff, your childhood actually does really stay with you your entire life. It's kind of crazy. Like I know that's like kind of a meme, like oh like who did this to you when you were a kid? But like actually, this is genuinely like what it's about. It's kind of crazy. And Rosa says Sesame Street's another. Slido agrees. Yeah, I didn't watch too much Sesame Street as a kid. I don't remember, at least. I don't remember watching that much. What? Marcus, what? What are you talking about, man? That's crazy. Spadale, hell yeah, Lamau. I didn't know Thomas the Tank Engine was like that, man. Yeah, Rose is also like, huh? Is that a thing? Were they really just throwing it out there like that back in the day as a bunch of trains? Or is it like a joke? Yeah, Spadale, what? Let's see if I can copy paste this to see what Marcus is talking about. We're gonna need that context. I heard about that. Okay, cool. See how cursed. Oh yeah, dude. In the early editions of the Railway series book, Henry the Green Engine, 1951, a line described soot-covered boys as, you know, following Blacklash creator Reverend W. Ardrey apologized since 1973 when the revised edition changed the line as black as soot. The word has never appeared again. So yeah, so I guess the original books the Thomas the Tank Engine is based on, yeah, the 1960s. Yeah, okay, Marcus, there's a page where you go through a bridge and blow coal on the people above, and they have like a blackface page. Oh my god. That's crazy. I didn't know that. That's crazy, dude. Jesus God, yeah. My childhood love for Thomas has been ruined. Yeah, like... Dude, I know. Dang. Thomas, dude, rip childhood. No, for real, Roses. What's the next? The Teletubbies too? They're all Teletubbies are actually speaking in code. They're all racist code words. Teletubbies said, imagine. But no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Spadale can never look at them the same again. I know, yeah. In a children's book too, that's crazy. No, Marcus, no, do you mean? My knowledge went too deep one time? No, man, it's all good, you know what I mean? It's the truth. The truth will set you free, you know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta let it out. Better to know than to not know, you know what I mean? And yeah, somebody agrees, yeah, it's better to be informed and take it as it is, yeah. Marcus says, I swear the Teletubbies were some CIA psyop. How come? It was so unsettling even as a kid. I like Teletubbies as a kid. I thought they were pretty cool. They're just, you know, I thought they were always in like spacesuits. The only thing that was unsettling to me as a kid, not really though, but was like the sun baby. I was like, why is that sun a baby? Like now as an adult, I'm like, oh, it's kind of cute. But as a kid, I was like, why is that baby in the sun? Who put the baby in that sun? Just like giant baby just laughing in the sky. Rosa says, I found them cute, but I get why they're cute. But yeah, I also think the Teletubbies are pretty cute. But I can totally understand why people would be like, oh, hell no, dude. And Lane says, OMG, I remember the sun baby Lamau. Yeah. Yeah, I think they're all grown up now, too. I remember like reading articles of like, I'm the baby from the Teletubbies. They're all like, you know, I'm an adult. Yeah, it's like... And Lane says, you know what the shit was when I was like little? Blue's Clues. Yeah, I was saying earlier, Lane, Blue's Clues was my shit too. There's been a couple times I've like tried to like throw in little Blue's Clues references to the Kaiju Club, but I'm like, it's mail time, but I don't think no one's caught on to it yet. Because, you know, it's all email, so it's like, mail time, mail time, mail time. Yeah, I don't know. But Rosa says, my bro made a moving no-no vacuum for a school project once. What's that? Teletubbies. Moving, no vacuum. Oh, yeah, I remember this guy. Okay, yeah. That's cool. That's wild they made one, Roses. Yeah, it's just like a vacuum, like one of those, like, you know, old school vacuums with like the hose. And there's like a separate vacuum part. You like walk around with it. But it has like eyes and stuff. But Marcus says the American version of the Soviet animated films from the 40s. Oh, what, Marcus? Marcus is exposing all the CIA psyops right now. And Rose says paper and cardboard for the moving nano vacuum, sick. And Subadale says, ooh, little Einsteins. Yeah, dude, have you ever seen one of my favorite things to do back in, like, I don't know, like college and like high school was to just look up things on YouTube and just add dubstep or trap at the end to see what remixes would pop up. And dude, the little Einsteins trap remix is crazy good, dude. Oh my god. Going on a trip on our favorite rocket ship. Oh, dude. It sounds crazy with the trap beat. But Marcus says I used to have the handy dandy notebook with the green striped crayon. I have no clue what happened to it. Yeah, I had it as a kid too. The handy dandy notebook. Yeah. Yeah, I remember I used it like once. And Marcus was talking about Teletubbies for the Soviet animated films. Lamalia. So, but yeah, you know about the little Einstein's trap remix, dude. Then the theme song is just sick, dude. I'm going on a trip with my favorite rocket ship. Bars, dude. Bars. And yo, Asian Noodle, yo, it's the King of Groove. Thank you, dude. How you doing? How's you doing? How's your Sunday? How you feeling? How you doing? We're talking about children's TV shows we grew up with. But also to Backyardigans. Dude, the Backyardigans is crazy. Like, Backyardigans actually, like, that's kind of, I think, like, objectively the best music from a children's show. So I think the guy that did it was like, yo, no, like, I want to put, like, if you, like, find, like, interviews with the Backyardigans composer, he's like, no, I want to put these kids on. Like, I'm giving them, like, crazy time signature, like, bass lines. Like, dude, that guy was like, no, these kids are about to find out what good music is. Yeah, I forgot what song it is called, but there's like one song from Backyardigans in particular that's like a crazy good jazz track. Yeah, NetNavi put me onto the Backyardigans music lore. News it says Backyardigans was good, but the lost media part was something else. Oh, what's the lost media part? Am I missing out? And Marcus says the Arthur OP theme hits. Yeah. Yeah, Arthur also had a pretty good one too. It's just funny that Arthur is now remembered as like the one scene where he hits his sister with this little fist. Yeah. And Ichi says tuning in while shitting on company time. Hey, that's the best time to shit, dude. Get paid to take a dump, dude. Yeah. That's no better way to do it. We just want to say, man, I got all your stuff on CD and swooned a girl to it in my car. Thank you for being awesome sauce. Oh, dude, that's so sick, dude. Actually, I'm so glad to hear. Honestly, I don't know why, but like, whenever I hear stories of people being like, yo, like, I listen to your music on like a date or something, I'm like, I don't know. To me, I love being able to like wingman with my music. I don't know. That's like a very selfish, funny thing that I love. I don't know. They should let me know, dude. That genuinely made my day. I don't know why it does, but to me, it's just like, yeah, bring people together. Let's go. Hell yeah, dude. No, thank you for being awesome as well. And I'm so glad. Thanks for grabbing my stuff, like for real. And I'm so glad to hear I could, help you swim to someone you care about. Thank you for being awesome as well. But who is it says the pilot? The wiki mods had it, and it got worse until a Charlie X6 fan leaked it. And the wiki mods for the Backyardigans got death. Oh my god. Okay. Future being watch the VOD. Look up Backyardigans Lost Media pilot. Because I'm lost. I'm missing out on this Backyardigans lore. But Simply Dale says, dude, Arthur was my everything too. Yeah, Arthur was what's it called? Arthur was pretty sick. I'll admit I didn't watch it a ton. Oh my god. I will admit I didn't watch it a ton as a kid, but Arthur, I respect Arthur's game. Like when it came on, I was like, yep. But you know what I'm trying to say. I always watching Blue's Clues and stuff. And by then I think by the time I was like Arthur age, I think I was already watching like, you know, Cartoon Network stuff. So like I was already watching Ed and Eddie, like, yo, that's anyways, Lane says my favorite Arthur episode was with Square Balloons. He asked about it. The balloon lady said, "Blow square breath." That's comedy, Lane. He's throwing in hilarious jokes, like all ages jokes all the time. That's funny. Lane. Who says it was crazy? Okay, I'm gonna look up the Lost Media thing. Rose also loves Arthur, and Skyer coming with the spitting. Skyer says Bear in the Big Blue House in Between the Lions was where it's at. Dude, what's comedy is I don't know, this might be too deep of a cut. But my whole family was you know, a lot of my family is gang affiliated. They all grew up in Compton. So me and my friends would always joke, because if you're a Crip, you replace all the B's with C's. If you're a Blood, you replace all the C's with B's. So like I don't know, like literally my older brothers, when they tell me happy birthday, they'll tell me happy C day. So rather than happy B day, they'll say happy C day. So me and my jokes and my buddies in college would be like, yo, it's Care in the Kid Clue house. You know what I mean? Just 'cause, you know what I mean? Like Bear the Big was a Crip, you'd be like, I don't care in the Kid Clue house. I don't know, that's probably a little too real of a hood joke, but I don't know. But Bear in the Mouse, oh dude, I love Bear in the Big Blue House. That was super sick. And you know how what's it called? The moon was like so big in Bear in the Big Blue House, and they'd always sing with the moon. Part of the reason, so NetNavi has another alias called The Moon and Me, and as soon as I told him that, he was like, bro, just like Bear in the Big Blue House, man. And so for the longest time we were talking about how he needs to do an album cover. It's him passing a blunt to the moon from Bear in the Big Blue House, because the artist name is The Moon and Me, so it's just him like passing a blunt to the moon. I don't know, dude. Bear in the Blue House has so much like inside joke meme potential in my brain for some reason. I don't know, Sky, we're always synced up. But yeah, Bear in the Blue House, sick. And Between the Lions is also super sick too. I remember watching that as a kid. Sorry, you activated my tangent. But cue the Vaporwave song for DW. Oh yeah, no, yeah, Arthur kind of got Vaporwave for sure, dude. And who is it says Between the Lines helped me learn how to read. It was the best show from my childhood. Yeah, Between the Lines was sick. Yeah, I don't remember watching it that often, but I do. What's it called? I do remember it being super awesome. And Simply Adeo says, dude, when they were telling the story of a Pandora's box in Between the Lines, I remember being so freaked out, but I don't know why. Dude, because sometimes some of these stories, they are kind of wild. Like Pandora's box, that is a wild story, dude. But Willie, I'm good to see you. Hey kid, a long time no see, not by choice. Yeah, no worries. How you doing? How you been? Also, I think we'll probably stop streaming once I'm done with these last few CDs. Because I'm going to work on Monster Save 1 for us this night. So I want to like eat some food and just like, I just want to finish the album. Because at this point it's like, been like in my brain, like almost like a fly in my brain, like finish the album. Yeah, it's like, it's right there. So I just want to like be like, oh, it's done. You know what I mean? And then because tomorrow's, you know, the post office won't be open, I'll just do all that. Do everything else tomorrow. Yeah. William, what shows did you watch as a kid when you were growing up? Also, I remember watching all the Scooby-Doo movies and Cartoon Network were also hella cool as a kid. remember watching those growing up too. And William says, doing good, just celebrated my pop's 100th birthday. Hey, happy birthday to them on the 8th. That's awesome, dude. I'm glad that, you know, that's super cool. I'm glad they're doing healthy and, like, you know, still kicking, having awesome birthdays. That's what's up. What was the one with the baby version of Looney Tunes? Oh yeah, I forgot what the baby Looney Tunes was. But I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I remember that was on Cartoon Network too. That one was super cool. And William says their kid shows were Voltron and Star Blazers. That's cool. Yeah, Voltron's super dope. I remember when I was living in Long Beach, there was like two dudes. I was like walking past their apartment, and like it was very obvious they were both like smoking marijuana. And it was just funny because I overheard them because they like took a hit. They're like, and then he looks at his friend. He's like, "Yeah, so you know, there's a bunch of robots, right? And then they all combine together. And they call him Voltron." And that was like their high conversation was just like him breaking down how Voltron works. It was pretty funny. But Simply Deo says, "Oh, it's literally Baby Looney Tunes." Yeah, I had a feeling, but I was like, "Isn't that obvious?" Yeah. Yeah, that's funny. And William called them Baby Tunes, yeah. But yeah, I do remember seeing that on Cartoon Network, Baby Looney Tunes. I'm glad to see that the Looney Tunes like cartoons kind of coming back with Lola from remember that from the Looney Tunes show, like Lola and Bugs, and like Lola's like the most like amplified version of a. I don't know. They're just kind of like she's like very much. I don't know. Anytime a girl is like, "I'm just a girl," like Lola is that like personified as a cartoon. It's pretty funny. But Lane says, after Blue's Clues, SpongeBob was my favorite thing ever. Was my thing forever, dude. My bad. Looking back on some of the episodes, the one where Krusty Krab was open 24/7 was my favorite. Oh yeah, and like SpongeBob had to like the hash. Is that the same as the hashing and slasher episode? Because like, you know, SpongeBob's like afraid he's gonna come into the store. Or no, that's maybe a different one. What else are you talking about? We go take out the trash. He's like, ah! He throws it away. That was hella funny. Yeah, SpongeBob was also super sick. And Rosa says, I saw clips from the Looney Tunes show. It's funny. Yeah. Yeah, Lola's hilarious in that show. Especially the one where she's like, they're watching a movie. He's like, what's that? What's that? What's that? He's like, oh, I've already seen this movie like 100 times. It's like, what? Why are you asking so many questions? It's pretty funny, man. And Rosa says, SpongeBob was also my thing for a while. I watched every episode, every new episode that came out. Sick. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I don't think I ever kept up with SpongeBob, but I was always watching it. So like, you know what I mean? I'm sure I caught like every episode. But Simply Dale was like, I love that show. It's like seeing them live their lives, something about it. Oh yeah, the Looney Tunes, yeah. Or SpongeBob. I guess Looney Tunes, I think. And Lane says that was the night shift episode, I think. Oh, okay. Oh. What was the 24/7 one? I think, I don't know. My SpongeBob, you know what's funny on that exact note, Lane? Is I remember I had a friend in high school who like had an encyclopedic knowledge of SpongeBob. Like he knew every SpongeBob reference at all times. And like, we all have a shared knowledge, but he really knew SpongeBob. I remember one day in class, he was like, why can't they make an AP SpongeBob? Because I would get a 5 on that. I would pass that test. Oh, I forgot to put the thing in again. And William says, anything new coming down the pipe? Oh yeah, just working on, like, as soon as I'm done streaming, I'm gonna finish Monster Tape 1, William. So the next album. And then for you in particular, I think I owe you a vinyl next month. So you'll be getting that next month. But But yeah, but for the most part, it's just Monster Tape 1. I'm just like super working on that. But yeah, it's like 14 brand new tracks all at once, and I'm really excited for it. It's gonna be really cool. It's been like I've been working on nonstop. Well, I guess that and getting Kimberly all like set up and ready to go. But yeah, I know I've been kind of quiet on brand new music because it's all inside of Monster Tape 1. Yeah, somebody else says, "Oh snap!" Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Okay, we're good here. Yeah, children's TV shows were super dope. Dun, 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 dun. I almost walked into a cactus earlier too. I was going on a walk for like my cardio. Yeah, that was on my phone, and I was like, I almost walked into this cactus. Like at the same, as one, I don't know. Once I had a friend that walked into a cactus. I was like, "How you walk into a cactus?" And that was happened to me. I was like, "Oh, that's how." Because like they don't move. You know what I mean? They seem so innocent, but they're just ready to get you. You least expect it, literally. Also, do y'all remember the Digimon movie, Digimon 2000? Or which one's the Digimon movie where like the whole world's gonna explode or something? I don't know. It's pretty much like the first two Digimon movies. Both of them make you cry as a kid. The Digimon movies, like the OG ones, are crazy good. And it was like hella like good quality anime, dude. Yeah, one of my buddies I was talking to last night. They're actually like really big into V pets, like Tamagotchis and Digimon like pets. So we were like having like a big like nerd discussion on like the intricacies of Digimon. Digimon lore is pretty sick. Yeah, I've always liked Digimon as a kid. I don't know, I've had some friends be like, "Man, Digimon's just a Pokemon knockoff." I'm like, no, it's different. And the Digimon theme song, that went crazy. One of my like old original songs is actually like a really goofy like Digimon hip hop flip thing I made. Like before I knew how to actually make good music. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I think this will be the last CD, and then I'm gonna go eat barbecue chicken sandwiches and feed my cats. And then finish this album, y'all. At least the music of it. And then I gotta put in the order to the vinyl and stuff. Well, after I get everyone's name confirmed and everything, of course. But you know what I'm trying to say. So I want to get that done sooner rather than later because I'd rather have more time to take the photos and stuff when the album gets here in like end of August. The vinyl takes so long to get made. But yeah. Ooh. Oh yeah. All right, move this last one together. Then we'll take a thumbnail photo, as usual. So if you want your name in the thumbnail, you can say something real quick. But yeah. Yeah, I'm super. I hope we can get these the stream VODs on Spotify. I wonder if they'll let me, because they do the video podcast now. This isn't really a podcast, but I don't know. I know some people like to come and watch the VODs. Like someone was emailing me the other day, like, "Yeah, man, I watched like all the VODs." I was like, "Oh wow." And because we make music, might as well put it on Spotify. See what happens. Cool. All right. And somebody else says, "Ooh, that would be cool to put on Rare Spotify one if they allow you." I think they will, because I mean, Spotify. I don't think Spotify really cares. I don't know if they do. Maybe. It'd be kind of funny if Spotify was like, "No, how dare you try to upload podcasts of you talking about your music, or like videos of you talking about your music on Spotify." You know what I mean? But yeah. But I guess we'll what should I do for the thumbnail? We're gonna do this one. Oh, we'll do this for the thumbnail. I don't know. Always trying to do something silly for the thumbnail. Let's But who's it says they're super approving AI mess? No, they really are. I watched their investor call, like, presentation. Literally, they're too busy doing AI stuff. But Rosa says, "Good night, take care, everyone." Yeah, for real. Good night, everyone. Take care. Somebody else says, "8 works somehow." Yeah. Yeah. Heck yeah. But yeah, so I'll catch y'all around. To the deal. Take it easy. Roses, take it easy. Skyer, take it easy. Who is it? Appreciate you stopping by. Lane, you're still watching. Appreciate you. William, thank you for stopping by to check in on me. I hope you're doing, glad to hear the birthday party went well. You stopping by. And I think that's everyone I can see in chat real quick. H Noodle, if you're still watching. Oh, no, you were just hanging out in the bathroom. Yeah, Marcus, catch you around, dude. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, see y'all in the next one. Next stream is going to be Tuesday. So yeah, just in 2 days. And then by then, yeah, we'll do streaming then. So yeah, catch you around and take it easy, y'all. All right, peace.